Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Monday Night Mayhem.
Woo!
Yeah! All right, what's up? My name is Jeff from Super Geeked Up. Thank you very much for joining us as always. This is the show we do every Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern where we play different role-playing games. We usually switch back and forth between Dungeons & Dragons and lately a steampunk RPG called Lady Blackbird, which is what we'll be playing again tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Let me introduce the other people here, and then we'll kind of get you a summary of what's been going on. This is the 5th installment of Lady Blackbird we've done. You can watch the previous episodes, of course, on the YouTube channel, which is Super Geeked Up. And you can also get more information about all the characters, including the full character sheets at the website of supergeekedup.com. And just go to the shows tab and click on Lady Blackbird. So we're down a couple people today. That's all right. We're still going to soldier through and have fun. And if you're in the chat, by the way, the live chat, thank you very much. I'm going to check that in a second. Please chat away there. Obviously, make suggestions, comments, all that good stuff. This is a game that's definitely very open to you guys and the players making suggestions and helping shape the world. Speaking of those players, all right, so you see the pictures of the different characters there. Let's go with who we have right here today. We'll go to Trip, who's playing Captain Cyrus. He is on the bottom center of your screen in terms of the character picture, anyway.
Sure. So I was just wondering, Jeff, should we have anybody out there chatting with us actually play the other characters? Would that be helpful?
I was thinking that too. But by all means, they could certainly suggest what they would be saying. Yeah.
All right. That sounds great. Okay. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm Trip. I'm playing Cyrus Vance, who is the captain of the Owl on this adventure. I'm an ex-Imperial soldier turned smuggler and soldier of fortune. And right now, our mission has been to deliver Lady Blackbird to the infamous pirate king, Captain Flint. And she is trying to escape a marriage that she is not really interested in the guy that she's been betrothed to. But I have a third option for her, which is Cyrus Vance secretly has a great longing for Lady Blackbird, and he's been trying to woo her in his own ways by writing her poetry, cooking her dinner, saving her from the clutches of certain villainy. And I don't know. So far, I think maybe I'm softening her up, but I don't know. Everybody else kind of keeps cock-blocking me. Some other things just about the character is these different characters, you're supposed to try to hit these different keys that are kind of your main goals in the game to gain experience. And one of them is Key of the Commander. So it is my job to issue orders, and I expect them to be obeyed. And of course, as I've mentioned, my hidden longing for Lady Blackbird, finding different ways to mention that. And also something that hasn't come up as much is my key of the outcast. So whenever my reputation as somebody that used to be an ex-Imperial soldier, or that I'm now a smuggler of something really big happens along the way, something can happen with that. And a couple little special powers I have. I am actually able to teleport once per session. And I have a secret of leadership where I can allow somebody to re-roll a bad roll once per session. So that's it for Cyrus Vance. I know that was long-winded, but I figured I'd fill some time since we're down a few people.
Yeah, good idea. So in the chat, we already have Chris Hadley, Lister's mate, and Victor Snyder watching. Thank you, gentlemen, as always. So Victor had said, I hope there's some beach volleyball tonight. He's referencing one of the games we did in our marathon, Roll 20 marathon. Marks was in that game, actually. That was an interesting way to write. And that game of Fate Accelerated.
Oh, yeah.
Some beach volleyball.
My super speed cat detective.
You were, yes. That could fit into this, actually, episode today. We'll see. Chris Hadley says he thinks Cyrus is softening her up. He hope it works. There you go. Trip, you got a supporter there.
Thanks, Chris.
I think you may be, too, possibly softening her up. And then Victor said, I did some of Cyrus's poem on my last date. I was going to ask how he went, but he already told me. He says 2 words, restraining order. Well, there you go.
Well, that's just sad. I'm sorry, man.
All right. Speaking of Lady Blackbird, she's in your upper left corner of your screen there. And I just been playing her. But she's a noble, imperial noble from the main world of Elysium, which is like the capital of the empire in this world. By the way, folks, so this world is airships, pirates. They're like, it's not... So it's like all these different worlds, but there's like this breathable atmosphere. So airships travel between worlds. Most of the worlds are only a couple of days apart. It's I think it's like 6 weeks from one end to the other of the whole place, they said in the instructions. So there's the empire, and they have servants and slaves and kind of live a decadent lifestyle. And then there's these free worlds as well. And there's, of course, pirates and all that good stuff. And I'll tell you more about that later. But anyway, Lady Blackbird is actually on the run because she had an arranged marriage to this dude named Count Carlo, but she didn't want to marry him. She wants to go to her former lover, Uriah Flint. He's a pirate king, very infamous. And he's hiding out in the Remnants, which is a place where all these like world shards are like floating around. It's impossible to navigate there unless you know the secret route. That's what these guys have been trying to do, is deliver her to Flint. Of course, all this other stuff keeps happening to get in their way. And all right, let's go over to Mark's, our other player here, and he's playing Kale.
Yeah, I played Kale Arkham, the ship's mechanic. I'm also a petty sorcerer and burglar. So I got some good sleight of hand and a little bit of magic spells occasionally that helps us out and getting out of a jam occasionally. So yeah, he's very loyal to Cyrus, and he also is very he likes to steal a lot. I don't know, he's got some problems.
And you can tell by his picture he's quite brawny, right?
Yeah, he's in the lower left. Apparently he's smoking a cigar or something too, or something there, right?
Yeah, you gotta have some muscle for that mechanical work. You gotta those big wrenches and stuff.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, he is a kleptomaniac. And he also, I don't know if you mentioned, but he can do petty sorcery too. That's very helpful.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Why does it have to be petty sorcery? I mean, why are you thinking about it? It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Well, because he's not a master sorcerer like Lady Blackbird is. He's not as skilled as her.
Yeah.
But it has been very helpful, his spells.
Very, yeah.
And he just took an experience thing in that, so he's even better at it now, lately, or recently.
Yep.
All right. So, in your lower right is Snargle, the goblin, played by Nate, who his internet's out, unfortunately. He may join us later if it gets up and running. Anybody want to describe Snargle to the viewers?
Sure. He's a goblin. He can actually do shape-shifting. He loves shiny things. He loves to be... he loves to say
things. A daredevil.
He loves to be a daredevil. Oh yeah, of course he's a pilot too, so he's an amazing pilot. And I don't know, he likes to say sarcastic things to me. Trying to think of anything else.
I think that pretty much covers it.
Clearly he's dashing. All the ladies flock to him. You don't want to give him like food or water after midnight, or something really bad happens, but we're not sure what yet.
What?
I'm totally kidding.
All right, that's it. We'll talk about
gremlins. Gremlins, goblins, they're the same, right?
Yeah, sure.
Nah. Okay.
All right. We also have on the upper right Naomi Bishop. She is Lady Blackbird's loyal bodyguard. She used to be a slave and pit fighter in the Imperials, so she really hates the Imperials. And she pretty much kills any of the ones she gets a chance to, except the lady. But she's a very, very fierce hand-to-hand combatant.
And in that outfit, I would say she's killing it right now. She's absolutely killing it.
All right, yes. So those 5 characters are all from the actual 1.7 Design site who made this game. You can get the free PDF there if you'd like to play it. This is a very, 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 very easy game to pick up and play, folks, if you ever want to try it. In the top center is a character I actually created for an NPC to join these guys. Her name is Snow. She's a bounty hunter. the actual most well-known bounty hunter in the Wild Blue, which is the world we're in. And she and Cyrus used to have a brief romantic thing. She also, if you watched our Roll20 Marathon prequel episode, she had a bounty she was hunting down on Kale and Snargle because they were ripping people off on a luxury liner, and she wound up actually throwing them in jail. So they have a little history there. And she also kidnapped Lady Blackbird, but they found her and helped her out, actually, because all these other bounty hunters are trying to get them. So now she's actually traveling with them and helping them out.
Yes.
Yes. And all right, anyway, so what's been going on in the story recently?
Oh, I was going to mention, too, there are a couple other really important characters. One is Pudding the cat, if you want to...
Oh, my God, I almost forgot.
Talk about Pudding the cat, yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Or Pudgy.
What was that, Marks?
Also known as Pudgy.
Oh, yes, you call her Pudgy, or Kale does. Victor in the chat says, Snargle is the brains of the outfit.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Chris says, Gremlins, Goblins, if you see one, you see them all. All right, well, don't tell Snargle that. But all right, yeah, sorry, Putting the Cat, that also came up in the Roll20 Marathon episode. That's actually, the Kale and Snargle that stole this cat from this count, and that's why Snow was hunting them down. They wound up finding out that the cat is telepathic and can talk to people. The cat actually loves Snow. It's traveling around with her. It's not a huge fan of Kale and Snargle. It usually insults them. And they are not a big fan of the cat. And so far, Cyrus seems to like the cat.
It was a funny episode.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, if you haven't seen it's in the Lady Blackbird playlist. It's also in our special RPG playlist. Look for it. This Lady Blackbird Roll20 Gaming Marathon. Again, it took place before the events of this thing, but it was a fun standalone episode. It was a good time.
Great.
All right, so that's what. Yes, Putting the Cat is also around. Usually traveling around in Snow's backpack. All right. Anyway, so they had gone to Nightport, which is the world of where all the pirates hang out, and they had wanted to find the red sails because supposedly they had information on how to navigate through the remnants and find Captain Flint. They wound up running into the Logan and Scrappy, who were two guys Kale and Snargle ran into in the prequel episode. And they were not fans of those two guys. But Cyrus managed to convince them and bribe them to help them out. And they took them to their captain, who was named Victor Blood. He is a Triclops, which is a race Trip actually came up with last episode. I think
Three-eyed giants.
Yeah, Victor actually think suggested in the chat.
Yeah, I think he had suggested in the chat. I just said, why not call him Triclops?
Yeah. Okay, very good. It was a good team effort. And then Necrotius just joined us in the chat, by the way. Hello, sir. So anyway, they went to see him. He's a very huge guy. He has 3 eyes. He talked real slow. He said he could tell them the secret route to find Captain Flint, but they had to do something for him in return, of course, because it's never easy. So he wanted them to retrieve 2 items from one of the most infamous pirates. Her name is Captain Ann Turner. She disappeared, her and her ship, the Jade Rebellion, I believe.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you. And they disappeared in the lower depths over 20 years ago, and nobody ever found them. He wanted them to find that wreckage and see if they could retrieve her sword and compass, and then he would reveal the route to Captain Flint, which is where they need to take Lady Blackbird. So they set off to do that. They went into the lower depths. That's where there's very corrosive atmosphere. You have to treat your ship special, which they did. The ship can last for 4 hours. The Owl is the name of the ship in this lower depths area. Squid attacked them. Well, I was trying to attack them. They got that away with a beacon, lured it away. But then the beacon lured a sky whale to them. And the whale got the ship in its jaws and was shaking it around. But they finally got free, and they got the whale to chase the squid, and they zipped away. And then they emerged out from the lower depths, like below it, and they were very surprised to find a tropical island
Yay!
In an ocean, and they landed there on the island, which with much apprehension, actually, at least on Kale's part, because he thought something was going to eat them, or something bad was going to happen. But they were basically just got off the ship. Well, they supposedly, I guess, they also got ready in their beach wear.
Yeah. I'm in my swim trunks, and the ladies are in their bikinis, right? Oh, but you said with sarongs. They're
Lady Blackbird had, yes, I said had a sarong on as well.
That's fine.
I got goggles down below.
You have goggles on your penis? Is that what you're saying? Why would you?
That's a
what does that mean?
No, I mean around my neck. What are you talking about?
You said down below.
Down below. I'm like, it's steampunk for your junk.
Hey, that's catchy. Steampunk for your junk. You should market that at your booth at a
Things are about to get steamy.
That's right. Okay, you need to start a new steampunk erotica line. Believe it or not, folks, there actually is one. Yeah, did you know about it? There actually is a steampunk erotica.
Nope, did not. I'm not surprised.
Oh, yeah. I know what I'm looking up after the show.
Hey, there you go.
In the chat, Lister's mate says, "Oh yeah, the softcore porn island. Maybe. I guess we'll find out.
Maybe."
Victor Snyder says, "Leather bikinis. I hope." That's well, I don't know. That seems like it wouldn't be that comfortable, right? Leather bikinis. I don't know. Maybe. Because it's steampunky though, for sure. Necrodia says, "New hashtag for you guys. Hashtag penis goggles."
Wow.
Great. Yep. We'll start that one. He also says, "Retrieve the shield and magic helmet." If anyone gets that reference, you are awesome. I actually don't get that reference. I don't know if you guys do. This is from Geeky, something Geeky.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. I don't know.
Or you know Elmer Fudd?
Elmer Fudd, but there's a whole big opera
okay.
cartoon, whatever. Anyway.
All right, anyway, that's where we left off, so that's where we can start.
Okay, great. So, keeping an eye on things, I sit down and I start building a sand castle.
And, that's very nice.
Yeah, and it's going to be a sand castle that Lady Blackbird and I live in.
Okay. So
I'm just
are you also are you creating like little sand people of you aside of you and Lady Blackbird?
I'm creating like little people. I'm using like little piece of driftwood to like carve little people out of, but I'm not telling anybody who it really is. But anyway, should I roll my artistry and see if I can make it look like Lady Blackbird?
Sure. By the way, Necrodia says, "Wow, applause for getting the reference." And the listeners mate says, "It's nice to know we learned about opera from Looney Tunes."
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, really? Was that what you were referencing? That's funny.
Speaking of rolling, Mark, can you go over to the tab where we can see the audience can see the rolls? Roll 20. By the way, folks, this is Roll 20, a site we use. It's a very cool site. I highly recommend using it if you're into role-playing games. You can play all different games on it. On the right side, you're going to see the different rolls they're doing. We still use a D6 system. 4, 5, and 6 is a success. And Mark, you want to change that to a greater than, remember, not less than. Or you're going to be getting failures. So when you're getting successes, there you go. So, that was a terrible roll. I'm glad that didn't count. Sorry, 4, 5, and 6 is a success. 1, 2, 3 is a failure when they roll these D6s. All right. And then in the middle of your screen, you'll see the characters. All right. Very good. Thank you.
So, Kale, you absolutely failed when you tried to put goggles on your junk.
Yeah.
They didn't stay.
Right. Your junk was too small. They fell right off.
Oh. So sad. Anyway.
All right. So, do you want to see how good you can make the thing?
Sure. Yeah, I built a sandcastle, and I'm like making a little Lady Blackbird. And let's see, what skills do I have for this?
While you're looking at that, Kale, what are you doing?
Is there like water and stuff too? Like,
oh yeah, there's a whole ocean surrounding the island.
I'll check out the water, see if it's really water. Sniff it, taste it.
Okay, as you're doing that, you Snow
Make
just
sure there's no aberrations in it.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Well, Snow just runs into the water, and she seems perfectly fine being in there, so looks like water to you, and it's not poisonous or anything.
Okay. I'll go for a light swim.
Okay, Snargle is swimming next to you, and remember, as we ended last episode, Nate said Snargle was totally naked, so he's in the water swimming naked.
Mm.
So enjoy that picture, folks. That image. All right, so yeah, you go ahead and roll there, Cyrus.
That's why the goggles couldn't fit my junk.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm not adding anything to this, and I think maybe this would have to do with, let's say it's going to have to do with Survivor.
Survivor?
I'm just kidding. No, nothing. I'm just going
I'm actually trying to think. I don't know if there's anything that'll help you, right?
I don't think there's anything that'll help me. And I rolled a 2, so
just roll it. All right.
Anyway, I'm just going to assume that it doesn't really look anything like her.
So you built a sandcastle fine. Is it like a really elaborate one, or is it just like what kind of a castle is it?
It's a pretty big one. It has 4 towers, but I do dripping. I do like a drip castle all around it and like a little moat. And
what's a drip castle? Like water around it?
A drip castle is, well, it's when you pick up wet sand in your hand and then kind of let the wet sand go through your hand, and it just does like drip, drip, drip designs. It's pretty cool.
We got like a sandcastle connoisseur here, folks.
There you go. Sure.
In the chat, by the way, Victor had said Snargle could since he can shapeshift a little bit, he could change his hand to feed into flippers. That's a great idea. Let's say he did something like that, so he can swim real fast.
Good.
Anyway, yeah, the sandcastle looked good. You and Lady Blackbird don't. Yeah, I don't know. They look kind of like stick figures, like they are.
Sure. Right.
So
okay, how about this? I assume that it's nice and hot out here and everything, and I get out some sun lotion, and I ask Lady Blackbird if I can get her back, the spot she can't reach. And I'll be a perfect gentleman about it, of course, my lady.
She'll say, "Oh, that's very thoughtful of you, Captain. Sure, thank you."
Sure. Okay.
That's a fine castle you've made there. Who are those? What are those stick things in it?
Oh, it's just a fantasy of mine. Just I don't know. It's something that I've done this sort of thing since I was a little kid. Whenever I'm on a beach, I make a sandcastle, and the people that deserve to live in it together the most. Squirt, squirt, rub, rub, rub.
All right.
I don't say it, I do it.
Yeah, I got it. All right.
And I'm not touching myself, I'm rubbing her back.
Okay, thank goodness.
Okay, just to clarify.
We weren't sure.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Okay, so so you're doing that. You guys go for a nice swim. And all right, now what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna ask Naomi if she wants anything rubbed on her back.
So Naomi gives you a look, like she is about to shove the suntan lotion either down your throat or up your ass.
Whoa, kinky. Gee.
Right? Wow.
Well,
I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, so she gives you a glare.
I'm just glad we're not having a wiener roast here. Oh, actually, you are, Kale, because no, never mind. Anyway.
Well, so Snow walks up and says, "Well, hey, you can put some on me."
Oh.
Snargle, put on some pants.
What? Snargle?
What's Snargle?
How did he get into this?
Oh, I thought you said that was Snargle.
No. That would be. Oh, I should have said that. That'd be even funnier. I wish I had said that.
So Kale will be like, "Well, of course, my lady," and I'll start doing that for her, and just kind of give a little, not like a haha, but just kind of a funny hee kind of like thing to him, to Cyrus.
All right,
wait, you're running on Lady Blackbird?
No. It's Snow. Snow said he could put it on her.
Oh, I'm sorry, Snow. Or wait, what? Oh, Snow. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Snow.
Okay. On Snow. All right.
So many.
All right, so let's say, folks, I know this is gonna get into an erotica thing here, but so Cyrus is putting sunblock on Lady Blackbird, sitting nearby is Snow, and Kale is putting.
In my breath, I start singing "Secret Lovers." Yeah, that's what we are.
So that just leaves Naomi and Snargle.
Right, but as Kale puts it on Snow, Snow starts kind of moaning as like, "Oh yeah, your hands are so much better than when Cyrus used to do this."
Well, I work a lot with machines.
I can tell you're very strong.
You have no idea.
And then the lady.
This is getting weird.
I just glanced over and asked Lady Blackbird if she would like to go on a short walk to give them their space for whatever they're doing.
She says that would be very nice.
Okay, great.
And then she asked you, what else did you used to do with Snow, Captain?
Nothing that would be of any consequence at this time.
She gives you a little wry look, but she doesn't say anything. In the chat, Chris says, Snargle, put on something decent. Everybody's looking at you. Actually, right. I think probably everybody's trying not to look at him.
Yeah.
And then Lister's mate says, I told you this was softcore porn. Necrodia says, time to do some transition to later that day.
Yeah, later that day.
All right. That's a good idea, Necrodia.
All right, Snargle has a terrible sunburn on his nether regions.
Yes. Okay, I'll say that is true. Because he did not, nobody was put sunblock on him because he was naked.
Should have put some goggles on.
Right. And all right, so yeah, blah blah. You did that. Yeah, we went for a nice walk. It was, it's pretty nice and romantic. It's a nice tropical island, nice cool breeze.
Nice.
And did you recite any of your poetry to her on this walk?
No, I didn't recite any of my own personal poetry, but. I will recite one of Shakespeare's sonnets to her, which I can't remember any at the moment. But anyway, I can say Cyrus. Cyrus knows one.
All right, she'll think that's quite lovely. All right, and the rest of you, I don't know, let's say, whatever. You're just, laying on the sand, in the water, playing beach volleyball, whatever. Having a good time. All right, so then you all gather back together. Yeah, everybody had a good time, had fun, had a nice respite.
Yeah, I'd say I feel refreshed.
Yeah, I guess that sounds like a refreshment scene, doesn't it?
It does.
All right, that means folks that they can all go back to their max dice pool, which is 7. That's what they can spend to help the rolls. So they can all go back to 7 there, as you see Kale doing. All right. So now, what do you guys want to do?
So weren't we on an adventure to find something? What was it?
Love. No,
I'm actually fine just with staying here for a while.
You shouldn't be in a big hurry.
There's no hurry, right? Right, Kale? Right, Snargle?
Yeah.
Right, Pudding?
Pudding says, we were supposed to get the sword and compass from this Captain Ann Turner. Don't you remember?
I remember, but this place is so nice.
All right, and still say, all right, Cyrus, you can act out your fantasies later. Let's get going and find this stuff.
You're all business. No, you're all business. Okay, well, let's see what we can find. Do we have any kind of scanners on the ship, steampunk scanners that we can check out things in the area? Metal detectors? Sure! I would think a sword and a compass would be made from metal.
I mean, well, I don't know what you think. I guess a metal detector could make sense, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you have much more fancy sensors than that. Probably.
That's fine. Well, maybe we should explore the island in some. Did you say that there are tropical trees and undergrowth, and is it jungle-like in the middle?
Yeah, I would say it's you know, it's kind of tropical palm tree jungle-like though
Okay. So I go back to the ship and I change into some kind of dashing safari wear, and suggest maybe everybody else put on a little more clothing than just bathing suits. You know, something for the jungle.
Yeah, so everybody's changing, right? We'll say.
Yeah, and I would say, you know, we at least have a couple machetes on board for whatever reason. And get out machetes just in case we need to cut our way through some undergrowth.
Okay, cool.
Anything else, Kale?
In the chat, Victor says a crashed skyship would have metal in the wreckage. That's definitely true. Absolutely.
Oh, very true. Very true.
Yeah. Do we have a metal detector kind of device? Steampunky?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say you do. It's one, I think, you know, you have to carry with you. You know,
okay. I'll grab that. Grab my knives.
And I would say, you know, we just take some day packs with us too. Yeah. But with enough provisions and water that if we got stuck out somewhere for a couple days, that we would be ready for an emergency.
Sure. So like food, maybe some first aid type stuff.
Food, first aid stuff, water, fire, some very light bed rolls that, you know, if we had to sleep somewhere. I'm okay though if we just bring maybe 3 bed rolls. I think that'll be plenty. And then, you know, if we have to use our body heat for any reason in the middle of the night, we can deal with that.
You know, it'll end up being you and Snargle. Naked Snargle.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Well, I'll say Snargle has clothes on again now since you're going into the jungle.
Okay, that sounds good.
In the chat, Lister's Mate says, is Grodd on this island, which is referencing Gorilla Grodd from The Flash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I guess we'll find out. And then Victor says, you should bring 3 bottles of fine wine.
Very cool. Yes, I actually do sneak in my own pack, a bottle of wine, and a container of strawberries and whipped cream.
Is Pudgy going with us?
Yeah, Pudding pipes in to you, Cyrus, and says in your mind, don't forget to bring some milk and cheese.
All right. And I put a little container of milk and just a little Tupperware thing of, or some kind of fun little container of cheese. And I even sneak a very small can of tuna in my pack, too.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah.
But she doesn't know that, right?
No. No, Pudding wouldn't know that.
Okay.
Of course, can probably read my mind as I'm doing it, but, you know.
All right. So Pudding's gonna ride in Snow's backpack like normal. So behind her.
Cool.
With her head like sticking out.
Yep.
And all right, so the rest of you're in your gear. All right, you're gonna make your way into the jungle.
Sounds good. Oh, and of course we bring some kind of light source. I don't know if there's some kind of steampunky light source or lanterns. Just whatever.
Yeah, let's say lanterns.
That's fine. Yep. Cool.
Okay. What's the marching order?
I'll lead the way. I would say it's me and Snow up front, followed by Kale, and then maybe Lady Blackbird with
Naomi.
With Naomi behind her and Snargle. Does that sound reasonable?
That sound good to you, Kale?
Yep, sounds good.
Yep. But, protecting her ladyship, even though we know she can kick ass on her own, though. But, just in case.
Yeah. All right, so you and Snow are like hacking your way there through the jungle then?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Can everybody just roll a d6 for me? This isn't like you don't have to spend anything.
Sure.
This is just like a
notice check or something.
Yeah, it's just a 1d6. I just rolled for Snargle. Is what I did.
All right.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, look at you.
Yes.
All right.
For Mark, not for me.
Shouldn't those be coming up as successes? Oh, I don't have a target.
You just said roll 1d6, so I didn't know that you meant with the normal.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, it didn't matter. And I didn't have it set up. I see why. Yeah, no, it didn't matter in this case at all. You're right. Okay, cool. All right, so you're all right. So you guys are making your way through there. It's it's hot, definitely hotter here than it was by the beach. Not like crazy hot, but it's definitely. It was really super nice out by the beach. But you sweat a little bit. All right, you're making your way through, and
has anybody ever heard the story of King Kong?
Kale, do you say anything to that?
No.
It
What?
was a giant monster of an ape that they found on a faraway island.
Snargle will say, they made an ape a king of a kingdom?
Yeah, I thought it was King Grodd, but I don't know. The story's cute.
Oh, I'm not sure. Anyway. Well, anyway, I hope we don't meet one of those here.
I hope not, too.
All right, so as you're making your way through, let's say after about an hour, you're going along there, and you hear Snargle yell out, or kind of like, something like that, from behind you.
Oh,
fur ball. Probably not.
Right, yes, he has a fur ball. That's exactly it.
Right. Okay.
By the way, in the chat, Necrodia says King Kong must have had a giant pair of goggles.
I bet so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll definitely spin around and look at him, and I've got machete in hand, so I'm ready to.
All right. So you guys all spin around, and you see this huge snake wrapped around him.
Yeah.
And like squeezing him.
Right. Snargle, I told you to put your anaconda away.
And he's trying to speak, but he can't really get anything out because he's like,
Okay, I just take out my pistols and I go ahead and shoot the snake.
Okay. All right, so just before you do that, just so you know.
All right.
It is going to be much harder to shoot it than do something else with it because you're gonna have to do a check to make sure you don't shoot Snargle unless you don't care if you hit him.
Well, no, I care if I hit him or not. Okay,
so
then
you can definitely do it, but it'll be trickier because you're shot.
Okay. Well, then I'll just use the machete in my hand.
Well, all right, but since you're the farthest away from Snargle,
yeah.
so Kale, actually, do you want to try to do anything?
Yeah, definitely. Have Kale do something.
Oh, I mean, I can slash at it with my knife, I guess. Try to cut its head off. Would I be able to do that?
Yeah. By the way, Necrodia said you should have just shot, and who cares if you hit Snargle, I guess. But all right. So you wanna throw a knife or like slash it with the knife in your hand, or
I would probably be less likely to hit him if I slash, right?
Yeah.
I'll slash then.
Okay.
Gently putting down the metal detector machine.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So you're gonna do a roll then to attack the serpent.
What if the snake is just in love, and is just trying to give him a big hug and starts kissing him?
Maybe.
Maybe it's not a dangerous snake.
Lister's Mate says in the live chat, snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
I know.
Right?
Wait, weren't we sent here to get a snake and a compass?
Sword and a compass.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Grab the snake. That's what we're after.
It's like, good job, Snargle. You found it.
All right.
I forgot. I didn't pull up my character sheet from Lady Blackbird, so let me do that real quick.
All right. Yeah, let's see what you can use there. All right. So it looks like, I guess you're going to use tricky, quick, and maybe dirty fighting.
Yep, I think so.
So that would be 4 with the one they give you.
What do I need to get a hit?
Let's say 3.
So I'll throw 2 more in there then.
All right, and then make sure you go back to the other so they can see what the roll is. All right, let's see what you got.
Oh, just 2.
All right, almost, but not quite. Victor in the chat thinks Snargle's bulletproof. He wants you to test that theory. Man, everybody wants you to shoot Snargle. Jeez, nice. Nate's going to love hearing this afterwards. Well, Snargle's dead, Nate. All right.
Snargle.
So you slash out with your, what is it, a dagger and is a knife? It's a knife, right?
Yeah, I have a couple of knives.
Okay. All right. So you slash out with your knife, but the snake twists.
Wow.
Oh, you want to reroll or something? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
Yeah, I forgot I have my secret reflexes, don't I?
All right, you're gonna do it once, right? You're gonna do it now?
Yeah, I can only do it once. What do you think? Should I do it again, Trip?
There are a lot of us here. I think we can take on a snake.
Yeah,
as
okay.
a group.
Yeah, I'll save it for later.
All right.
Course,
so
there might be 5 more snakes that are going to jump in here. Then it'd be a good time. But anyway, go ahead.
So you slash out, but the snake and Snargle are kind of thrashing around, and it twists around, and you wind up giving Snargle a little slash across the arm. It's mostly superficial. It's nothing that big a deal. But he didn't look like he appreciated that at all. And the snake is squeezing him even tighter now.
Okay, well, I better jump in here. So I'm going to rush forward with my machete and take a running leap at the snake, bring it down. I'm going to do warrior battle hardened. If you will allow it, I'm going to use fencing and sword. I mean, I know it's not exactly a sword, but it's still a bladed weapon. Would that be okay?
What is it? It's a machete, right? You said?
It's a machete. I mean, I do have a sword on my side. I could just throw down the machete and use my sword if you insist.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so that's 4 on that, and then 5 with the regular extra base one. And then, did it seem like it was going to be a 3?
Yeah. And you can roll that whenever you're ready. But in the chat, Necrodia says you should throw catnip on the snake, and then Pudding will go crazy and attack it.
Nice. I like it. So I'm gonna roll a total of 6 dice and see what happens.
Give me 1 second, guys. We'll go ahead and roll.
Okay. Let go of my Snargle! Chop! Well, I rolled a 3. Sounds like a success.
All right, how'd you do? 3?
A 3. Yep.
All right, nice. All right, so yes, all right. So you kind of shoulder Kale aside, and you slash out with a machete. And where were you trying to hit it?
I'm just saying I'm trying to just chop it right through its body. You know, chop it in half, whatever. But I'm not trying to like chop like right up beside his neck, really. Anyway, just a section that's like close to him, but not like in his face or anything.
Okay, so yeah, it's like you cut it like through the body there, and the snake, yeah, like I don't know, makes some kind of painful noise, and then it releases Snargle and drops to the ground.
Okay.
And it's kind of writhing around there, but still moving around. So
I'm trying to hold it off with the machete, and I'm saying, "Go get your own Snargle."
All right, and I'll say at this point, let's just say, then Snow just shoots the snake in the head.
That's fine. Sounds good. Okay.
Right.
You okay there, Snargle?
And he's trying to catch his breath, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. That was a close one." And then he's like, "Kale, what the hell was that?"
It was moving. I couldn't help it.
All right. He's like, "Geez, just because I showed you my junk earlier."
Wow.
I didn't cut that low.
Yeah. All right. He seems okay though. None the worse.
What is this? A brisk? What?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway. So I said, anyway, Snargle, you're not allowed to die. You're the best pilot I've got. Glad you're still
like, right you are, Captain.
Yes. All right. Everyone be on the lookout for snakes. And Kale, will you use the metal detector just to make sure the snake hasn't swallowed a sword and a compass? Just in case.
Sure. I'll slice it open, see what's inside.
Ah, I said use the metal detector, man.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I'll use the metal detector then instead. Although it could be some food.
Yeah, I guess so, if you're in the mood for snake.
Okay, yeah, so you don't detect any metal in the snake.
All right. Sounds good.
However, as you, I'm assuming you're going to keep moving on after that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. However, a little while later, the metal detector starts going off, like, very faintly.
Got something, Captain.
Is it metal?
Maybe even heavy metal.
Oh, God.
Whoa. All right.
And then you hear a Quiet Riot start playing.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's follow that signal.
So.
And everybody keep your eyes open just in case it's robots.
Could be a battle of bands.
Yeah.
Could be.
Reference to, yeah.
To which Snargle will say, Captain, what's a robot?
Oh, maybe I should have said an automaton. You know, something mechanical that's sort of human-like, but it's all metal and gears.
Ah, well, that would be weird if we run into one of those here.
It would be weird, but you know, so are giant sky whales.
All right, so as you're scanning around, actually, Kale, oddly enough, it seems like the signal is coming below you.
Below us. Interesting. Yeah, it's below us. I wonder if there's some caves we can go into. Maybe somehow we can get to it.
I wonder if it's in China. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
You've said a lot of strange things today, Cyrus.
Time to start digging.
I've heard legends of these apparitions that can possess people.
Yeah, Cyrus keeps talking about things nobody's ever heard of before. It's really
I
strange.
know.
Well, you're probably right. There may be some caverns or tunnels or something else.
And as you guys are talking about that, suddenly the ground gives way and you all are falling through space. Yeah, but that's exactly what it sounds like. Excellent, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
And
through space?
Well, sorry. I mean, not like space, outer space. Just
Okay.
like it feels like space because it's totally blackness and you don't know where the hell you are and stuff. That's what I meant by that.
So I look over at Kale and I look over at Kale and I say, "Do you have any petty magic for that, Lady Blackbird? Can you soften our fall?"
By the way, sorry. While you're falling, let's go to the chat. Necrodia says, so listener's mate says it could be the metal on the bras that Naomi and Lady Blackbird are wearing. Okay, well, that wasn't the metal he was sensing. Anyway, all right. So you guys are falling, and I don't know. Kale, were you gonna try anything or?
I don't think well, I guess I can make a light. Or do we have any kind of torches, aka flashlights?
You have a lantern. I don't know if you have it on you right now, or as you're falling.
I'm thinking of something to soften our fall, not just light our way to our certain death.
Well, as you're talking about that, it's okay. You splash down into water.
Okay. Thank heavens.
So you all go underwater, and then you come to the surface, and the water broke your fall, so you're not really injured or anything. It's fairly dark down here. There's kind of like some soft illuminations around, but you're not really sure where the hell you are.
Okay, my lady, are you okay?
She spits out some water and says, "I'm fine, Captain. We certainly seem to have our share of misfortune lately."
Oh yeah, I'd say so. Let's see if we can find any dry place to, I don't know, to at least get out of the water around here.
And Snow will say, "Gee, thanks for asking about the rest of us, Cyrus."
Oh, Snow, how are you?
I'm great. And then she'll put your head underwater as she swims by you.
Great. When I surface, I say, "Is everybody okay?"
The rest of them say will chime in. Kale, you're okay too?
Yep.
Oh, by the way, Necrodia says you should have, while you're falling, push Snargle below you so you could have landed on him.
Wow.
This is terrible, man. Wow, everybody's like...
Poor Snargle.
He's not Jar Jar Binks. We don't have to want to destroy him.
Oh, wait, no. As we were falling down, we should have Snargle, change into some kind of, lifeboat thing.
I knew you were going to say that. He can't do that much of a shifting, but that would be
What?
cool.
Why not? Come on, Snargle. You can stretch a little further. Ouch. All right. What good are you? I saved you from that snake. You can change into a boat. Anyway.
He says, well, Captain, I can make my junk bigger if you like that.
No thanks. Put that anaconda away.
You could have created a cushion of his junk for your head, so it didn't hurt your head.
This game is going very weird today.
It really is. Okay, so I'm going to assume Now, did you say there's some luminescent things? Does it seem like maybe something's growing on walls or?
Yeah, let's say. I mean, that happens, right? There's some things there's some like mushrooms or some kind of shit, right, in real life that kind of could do glows.
Yeah, yeah. Like so I mean, either it's like luminescent plant life, or it's some like blind giant fish thing with big teeth trying to lure something in to eat. So one or the other.
I mean, yeah, you can't really tell for sure. I would say it seems like it's probably plant luminescence.
All right. Well, let's head towards the plant luminescence, but we're being very cautious. And
okay. Are you doing anything else to try to give some more illumination? Do you want to do or?
Well, I think this petty magic guy has some blinding spell, but I don't know. That'd give us a big flash in the area, but I wouldn't it blind us too?
Well, I have light magic.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, he's used his light magic to blind opponents before. I would assume, though, Marks, you could probably use the light magic just to make a light so you can see without blinding, probably, right?
Yeah. What if I make like a floating globe that floats with us?
Yeah, I like that idea. That's really cool.
That's a great idea.
Why don't you do a roll for that? And then in the chat, by the way, Victor says there should be giant spiders on the ceiling of this cave.
Or giant bats.
So how hard is this going to be?
Not very hard.
Okay.
I'll say, let's just say it's a 2. I mean, all you're trying to do is make a light. Nobody's opposing you or anything, so.
Okay, so I got so I got 1 by default, then I got the magic, and then I got a light spell, and then I got that new spell one I got. So that's 4, and I'll throw in 2 more. Cool. Let's see what happens.
Wow, that's a lot.
6. Yeah. Hey, he's serious, man. He doesn't mess around when he makes his light.
Seriously wants to light this place up. All right.
Yeah, well,
like Ranger, eat your heart out.
Well, look at the row I did like a couple of steps back. It was 6 of them. Now we got 2 successes. So,
Yeah, that's true.
You just never know.
Let's do it. Let's roll it. 3. Oh, good idea. Roll those, yeah.
All righty, good.
All right. So, yeah. So, describe what it happens, what it looks like to the others.
So, I do this shape with my hands like this, and it creates this ball of light that's like the size of like a big basketball or something. And I kind of leave it a little toss up in the air, and it floats a little bit above head level and just kind of floats in front of me by a few feet.
Okay, so it's basically always kind of like right in front, following your movement right in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So before I tell you what happens, Acrodia says, so he's quoting some of the stuff we just said. So we said, how hard is that going to be? Not very hard. Oh, the lines you need to know the context if you overhear them in passing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Yep. So you do that, and illuminates So right now you can see, you're in very murky type water. I mean, again, you're not seeing super clear, but it's giving up pretty decent illumination. Yeah. You can. I'm gonna say you can confirm now it is like some kind of plant life that's giving off the luminescence on the walls.
All right.
You also, ahead of you, a ways off. I don't know. It looks there's something that seems like there's something large that's not part of the cavern. Definitely seems like you're in a cavern, by the way. I don't know. Something's ahead of you, and you can't tell what it is from this distance, but it definitely doesn't seem like it's part of the cavern.
Did the metal detector fall down with us too? Do I still have that?
Yes, but the metal detector is not functioning very well now because it got soaked.
Right. But it's really good at detecting water.
Right. It's great at that.
Right. Well,
all right. Well, there's something in front of us, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to assume right now that the something in front of us doesn't appear to be moving.
It does not appear to be moving. No.
Okay.
Does it look like a giant ape?
Yeah, suddenly you hear this roar. No, I'm just kidding.
No. So, well, hopefully it's the ship that we're looking for. The Jade Rebellion, maybe. I have no idea. But let's proceed with caution. and yeah, and just be ready for anything.
All right, so you guys are gonna kind of like wade / swim your way over towards there.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So you're doing that, and as you get closer, obviously, closer you get, the more the more the light is showing you, the orb there. As you get closer, you can definitely tell it's a ship.
Ah, okay. All right.
And as you move even closer, the ship is kind of like, I mean, not really like tipped over on its side, but it's kind of like askew a little bit on a diagonal almost.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously it looked like it got wrecked there. I mean, it looked. The main part of the ship still's there, but obviously there was some kind of crash or something, landing or something happened to it.
Okay.
And so it's kind of just resting there in the water. Yeah, so you're gonna keep going towards it?
Yeah, so I'd say let's maybe before we try to go inside or anything, let's see if we can find something solid to stand on, and at least shake the water off ourselves. See if I can get my pistols, functioning.
Well, there is like kind of a rocky outcropping you could go to, but to get to the ship itself, you do have to actually travel through the water.
Okay. I look over at Snargle and I say, how big of a boat do you think you could become?
He's like, Captain, for the last time, I can't transform into a boat.
What? What use are you, Snargle?
Have you ever tried, really?
He's like, I could pilot a boat, probably.
Right. But then we would need a boat, wouldn't we?
In the chat, by the way, Lister's Mate says, is one-eyed Willie on the ship or the Goonies there? Lister's Mate, actually, the Goonies was my kind of inspiration for having, the ship under in a cavern like this. So good catch.
I like it. Good. Okay, so, I don't know. Clearly, we're just going to kind of stay wet. I am going to see if I can get the lantern working and seeing, if we could have two sources of light, maybe. But if it seems hopeless, don't worry about it. We'll just use.
I'll say since you all fell there, the lantern's probably so it's it seems like it would not light.
Okay, no problem.
But
all right,
I'll say Kale's thing is much better than a lantern. I'll say that at least.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I personally think it's better for us to all stick together. So I think we should cautiously head to the ship and see if we can, first of all, see any identification on the outside. But either way, I think we need to go and explore.
Okay, so I'll say you guys swim, up to the really close to the ship. Give me all just give me a straight D6 roll again.
Okay. Oh, ouch. Okay, I did get a success. I rolled a 4.
You got a 4, yeah, that's good. It's a good roll.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right. So as you as you get closer, near the bow's the front, right? Bow and stern of the ship.
Stern,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So near the bow, you can Cyrus, you make out. Now you can't see all the letters because there's like kind of grime and other stuff over them.
Right.
But from the letters you can see, it looks like it would probably spell Jade Rebellion. You can see enough of it.
All right. Good to know. All right. Well, I think this is her, and we should I think we should simply explore and see if we can find this sword and compass.
All right, so from the way the ship is, it seems like to get up there, I would say you probably need either some kind of grappling hook or ropes or something to climb your way like up the hull and onto the deck.
Okay.
You guys bring something like that?
Yeah, I mean, we would definitely have rope in our pack.
Yep.
I don't know if I would have brought a grappling hook, but do you think
Kale, I think you've used one before, right?
Yeah, I'd use a grappling hook. Yep.
All right, so let's say Kale has one.
Sounds good.
All right, Kale, you want to try to swing that up there?
Sure.
We'll have to do a check.
What do I have to do?
You're like Batman. Let's see here. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what you're going to use for this. Maybe we'll use your burglar traits, and we'll try to use. Oh boy, dexterous. We can use that at least.
Oh yeah.
And hey, let's use darkness because it's dark out. We never used that before, just for the hell of it.
That's true.
So I'll give you.
I can do it quietly.
Or we could use quietly. I was thinking that too. All right, so I'll give you with the dice you get. I'll give you 4 as your base.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
How hard
I was
is it?
thinking that, or you could try to toss the cat up there.
Oh, that's my backup plan.
Tie the rope to the end of the cat's tail and toss it
Oh,
up.
jeez.
Oh, poor Pudgy. So how hard is it? We talking?
I'm trying to think. So you have the light there, right? So that's kind of illuminating it so you can see decently, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Let's say it's a 2. I think you're probably pretty decent with a grappling hook.
So let's put 2 on this, or 1. What do you think? What do you think, Trip?
Oh, so if this doesn't work, Victor has a good thing. Suggests that Snargle can use his hand and feet for claws for climbing.
Definitely.
That might work, but let's try this first.
Let me just try 1. Add a 1 die.
All right, let's see how it works. Rolling.
Ooh.
4. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
So you actually, you're so you feel so proficient with this grappling hook. You're swinging it around, and you look to Snow, Naomi, and Lady Blackbird, and says, "Watch this, ladies!" And without even looking at what you're doing, you're looking at them. You throw it up there, and it slatches right on.
Yeah. No, that's what
Snow's like, "Wow, you really are handy with your hands."
Oh, you know it. Good with my hands and good with a rope.
Maybe I can see your rope later.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on here tonight. All right, anyway.
I don't either. I didn't realize he had put some bait on that hook, like his worm.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like maybe Snow's interested in him. All right.
She's trying to make you jealous, Cyrus.
Yeah, she may just try to make Cyrus jealous.
Maybe,
But that's
so.
okay. I'm good with it.
I was like, I'm
Right,
good.
of course. Kale was like, "Boy, I sure could use a snow cone tonight in my bedroom."
Okay. Anyway, let's continue on here.
Yeah.
All right.
You can go skiing later. All right.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. So yeah, it's firmly attached there. Kale, are you gonna climb up there, or who's going first?
I can go first if you want.
I was
Unless
just thinking a good pickup line for Kale for Snow would be like, they call me the Snowman. I'm not sure what that means, but
I'm not sure what it means either.
They
All
call
right.
me Raccoon. No.
That's definitely not gonna work.
Okay. Because I like shiny things, and I crawl into dark alleyways.
All right, that's enough.
Anyway.
That's enough. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. So you're gonna climb up there, Kale?
Sure.
All right, since you got such great success on those, I'm just say you have no problem
Awesome.
climbing up there. I'm gonna say it's like the old Batman 60s show. You're like you with your feet on there, going up. And then somebody pops their head out. I'm just kidding. You remember in like the show, they would always pop their head out the windows when they were climbing up.
Well, and as he's climbing up the rope, he's like, Kale, man.
Yeah.
All right.
He yells down like, "Don't worry, Commissioner Gordon." And Cyrus is like, "Who?"
What?
I think all our characters got high or something. This place must have a gas leak or something.
Yeah.
All right, so Kale, you get to the top. I was like, you swing yourself over there.
Yep. I'll swing over and land and pull out my knives. Look around. I guess the light followed me, right?
Yes, the light followed you. And actually, I will tell you what you see in just a minute, but let's take a quick break here so we can go use the bathroom. So I'll give you suspense, viewers, just for a second of what he sees up there.
What's going to happen?
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll be back in just a minute or two, folks. We will continue and see what happens on the deck of the Jade Rebellion ship here. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right. Sorry, guys. I was going to collapse if I didn't grab a quick snack there.
No worries.
All right, hey, everybody. Thank you for sticking around here. Cool. All right, so Kale just climbed on board, right? The shipwrecked Jade Rebellion.
Oh, yeah.
If you're just joining us, folks, well, we're playing a game, actually. Lady Blackbird. It's a cool steampunk RPG we've been playing lately. You can find more about it on supergeekedup.com on our site, all about what's going on here. All right. Oh, so let me give a shout out in the chat here. Lister's Mate says, so he runs a thing called Web Series Friends, which is, I'm part of that as well. But he says he just got over 2,000 members of that group. So yes, congrats to you, Anthony. Thank you for supporting all web series people like us.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's great. Way to go. All right. So Cal, yeah, you leap over the deck there, and it looks like the deck, of a ship. So normal ship. I mean, it looks like
That's very descriptive, Jeff. Why, if I didn't know any better, I would say this is the deck of a ship.
So, but I mean, like, it's not the out of the ordinary is what I was trying to say for you. You've been around enough. But I mean, obviously the thing, it looks like it's been there for quite a while. So obviously things are not looking in good shape. It's kind of in, yeah. So obviously it looks like it's been abandoned shipwreck, basically.
Okay.
But the things that you would expect are there and everything. So
is the deck sturdy? Is the floor sturdy?
Feels pretty sturdy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll stand guard with my knives and looking around, waiting for everybody else to get up there.
Are you gonna kind of yell down to them like it's okay to come up, or?
Yeah. I'll yell to them. It's all clear. It's all clear, Captain.
Thank you, Kale. Who wants to climb up next? Snargle, why don't you have a go?
It's like, all right, Captain. And he scurries up there with no problem. He goes real quick.
Since you can't make yourself into a boat, might as well go up.
It's like, you better watch out or I'll piss on you while you're down there.
Wow. Someone's in a pissy mood. All right, so I allow everybody to go up first, and I'll be last one up as the captain.
Okay. Last one, I like to make sure nothing bad happened to them first.
No, to make sure something bad doesn't crawl out of the water down here.
Okay. All right. So you all make it up there, no problem.
Okay.
I'll give a little wink to Snow when she comes up.
And under my breath, I say, "Whoa there, snowman."
So I'll be like, "What's the matter, Cyrus? Are you the only one allowed to flirt with women on your crew?"
Ooh.
Absolutely not. I just want to stay focused on the sword and compass. That's all. He was a little too focused on his sword, if you know what I mean.
I was going to crack a joke about sandcastles, but I won't.
All right.
Alrighty.
So what do you guys do now?
All right. Well, does it look like there's any way to get into the ship?
Yeah. Okay. So I was just looking at the chat here, folks. Thank you for still being there. All right. So yeah, I mean, you can make your way through the ship, no problem. I'm gonna say, so this is why I actually paused that one time. I was trying to work it out in my head how this, because I had the image of the ship as more of like an old school, like water pirate ship, right? And then I was realizing we're mostly in airships here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say it actually looks more like an old school water-bearing pirate ship.
Okay.
But it could also, go into air as well.
Well, let's see if anything looks like it would be the captain's cabin, you know?
Okay, great. Yeah. So you, you know, from being fairly familiar with ships, yeah, I'll say you can, you don't have that much of a problem locating what you're pretty sure would be the captain's cabin.
All right, great. Okay.
All right. So you kind of go down a little bit, you know, into a lower deck and find the cabin. Who's going in first?
Snargle.
Yes, Snargle, you've been pretty cocky today. Why don't you go in first?
What's that, Captain? You want to see my cock?
No, I'm saying you've been cocky today, so get in there. Give him some light, Kale.
All right. So, Kale, do you kind of like move the orb in there?
Yeah.
All right. Snargle will go through. And he's like, yeah, this is the captain's cabin.
Are you still alive?
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm talking to you.
All right, I walk through. I pull out my pistols and I'm trying to, like, get the water out of the pistols.
Okay. In the chat, by the way, Victor says, I thought you said before that some ships were air and water. Yes, Victor, you're right. Last week, actually, I said that Captain Victor Blood of the Red Sails had a ship that could go in water and the air. So, yes, we'll say this is one of those ships as well. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Okay,
right,
so you guys are all going in there? Kale, you going in there too?
Yep. I'll go in there. Knives ready.
All right. So, yeah, so you see, you know, fairly well. I mean, in terms of the rest of the ship, it's fairly spacious, obviously, because it's the captain's cabin. And, you know, you see a lot of, like, really, like, ship's charts and stuff that are all really dusty now on the desk. You know, other navigation type stuff. You see some old books that, again, have accumulated, you know, a couple decades worth of dust probably or something.
Yeah.
And in a chair, in the one side of the room, you see a skeleton.
Uh-oh.
Turns out to be you, Cyrus.
Uh-oh. Oh, how would that work? Time travel?
Time travel.
What?
Oh, hey, let's come on, Mark. Let's not make this Legends of Tomorrow. And
Oh, sorry.
then we're going to have, like, all really bad stories.
Ouch. All right. So, yeah, I walk over to the skeleton and see. I mean, is it a fully dressed skeleton, or is it just like, you know, is it a skeleton in clothes, or is it just...
The skeleton has clothes on. And,
Okay.
And like, you know, like a pirate hat. Like
All
you
right.
might see a captain wearing. Do you? Oh yeah. What else do you do?
Is there a sword or compass on it by chance?
Yeah, that's a good question.
There is a sword strapped to the, you know, in a scabbard on side.
All right.
You can't see a compass right now. Do you want to search more through it, or?
Yeah, before he does, though, I kind of respectfully but firmly, you know, poke at the body with my pistols drawn, just to make sure there's no weird black magic here or something.
So, by the way, in the chat, Necrodia says the skeleton is just wearing strategically placed goggles. Okay, nice.
Wow.
All right, so you're poking at it with your gun. Steam junk. Oh, that's perfect. That's a good hashtag.
Yeah, steam junk.
Do you say you're poking at it with your pistol?
Yeah. Just to make sure this skeleton isn't going to come to life or something.
Nothing happened. Looks like a skeleton.
Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at the sword. See if we can pull it out. Take a look at it.
Besides the sword, are you looking for anything else on the body at all, or no?
I'll have some gloves on, but I'll search the pockets.
You don't want to touch skeleton with your bare hands? What's wrong with you?
I'm just, be careful. It could be anthrax. You never know what's going on.
Jeez. So
he only touches his own bones.
All right. So Cyrus, why don't you make a check to examine the sword, and Kale a check to examine the body?
All right. Sounds good. Well, I mean, since it's clearly a sword.
Well, I only said that because you said you wanted to examine it. Sounds like you said.
Yeah, definitely.
Mark, did you say you have the sheet now, or?
Yeah, I have sleight of hand is the first skill.
Oh, you chose that, right?
Bought.
Before?
Yeah. So tricky. What do you think? Sleight of hand. What else can I use?
That's probably it, actually. So that'll give you 3 as a base.
I can do it quick.
Wait.
I can do it dirty too.
I'm gonna say that doesn't really apply.
Okay.
Like I can do everything dirty.
So that's a 3. How difficult is this?
No, I mean I'll say both these are 2s. They're not like really difficult.
All right. I guess I'll throw one in then.
All right, Cyrus, and you doing a roll too?
Whoa, good for you. That's good.
3 successes, good.
In the chat, Licious says, poking at it with your quote pistol. Yes, he is really using his pistol, not his.
That's right. Crossing swords and pistols here, man. So,
hey, wait, Mark, haven't you used a lot more than 2 dice?
I had 8.
Oh, did you have 8 from before?
Yeah, because I got one because I failed. Oops.
Oh, you feel right. You got back plus 1.
Yeah.
So,
okay, gotcha. Yeah, cool.
Does this ship have anything to do with Imperial warships or anything? It's not a former Imperial warship, is it? Or is it?
No, this is a pirate ship.
That's fine. Well, I still kind of feel like maybe ex-Imperial soldiers' rank connections could have something to do with me being able to look at a sword from a pirate, trying to figure out, if there are any connections with rank or who they are, or I don't know.
I'll give you soldiers and connections.
Okay, that's fine.
So that would be 4
that's
as a base.
4 base, and I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to add anything else to it. So I don't feel like this is a make or break thing. 3 successes. Wow, that's great.
Nice. Yeah, good roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll for just having 4.
Okay, so Cyrus, you look at the sword, and it's a it's a cutlass. At one point, it was a very fine blade.
Yeah.
It's obviously not in the greatest shape now. It's kind of rusted and stuff.
Yep.
It looks. It certainly looks like the weapon that the Captain Blood told you to look out for the Captain Ann Turner wielded.
Okay, great. Good.
So Kale, as you're searching through the body, you don't find a compass, but you do see a jade pendant worn around the neck of the skeleton.
Do we know anything about a jade pendant with this person? Is it magical or anything, supposedly? Or any stories?
You don't really know much, except, the ship's called the Jade Rebellion. Maybe that's kind of a theme she had going on.
Sure, makes sense.
Oh, is this a female captain?
Yeah, Ann Turner was her name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Well, I take it, of course.
do you take it secretly, or do you showing the others?
I'll take it and give it to Snow, because this looks quite beautiful. Would you like to have this?
Well, she'll snatch right up and say, "Oh, what a nice gentleman. Yes, thank you very much. It's to have something from the infamous Ann Turner. This is quite a find." And they just say, "Hey, Cyrus, why don't you try giving some gifts to ladies sometimes like this?"
I just shake my head at both of them. And I say, I'm not sure if her ladyship would appreciate something from somebody who's dead. Anyway, so, well, I think this is the sword. We should put it in the bag of holding. Just kidding. So yeah. So
and then,
let's.
From behind you, you hear, "Are you looking for this?" And you turn and see. Actually, hang on, give me a second here. I just realized I had actually prepared a picture. All right, give me 1 second. I know, suspense, folks, suspense.
Suspense!
All right. All right. So, and you see, stupid grids there. Sorry, I forgot. I'll turn that off in a minute. All right. And then you, yeah, so you see a woman behind you holding a compass, and she's dressed in the same or similar outfit to the skeleton.
Okay.
Time travel.
You're in the time travel.
Are you Captain Ann Turner?
It's actually Ann Turner's mom. She has to have sex with one of us to give birth to Ann.
Oh, boy. Come on. That's terrible.
Wow. Are you Captain Ann Turner? Take two. Take three?
Sorry, I'm just trying to do something here on the map. All right.
No worries, no worries.
Are there clones in this world?
No, not that you know of. All right.
But there might be ghosts.
She'll respond, I am Captain Turner. Who might you be?
Captain Turner, I'm Captain Cyrus Vance. It's nice to meet you, but it looks like your ship came into some trouble.
We crash landed here, and have had no way out. It's nice to see something besides snakes and other nasty creatures.
I look over at Snargle, and I say, well, there's still some nasty creatures up above, too. But they're fairly friendly.
And then Snargle says, Kale, you going to let him talk to you about you like that?
I'm used to it.
All right.
You also see a bunch of people gathering behind her, which you assuming are probably Turner's crew.
They all look normal?
Seem normal.
Normally ghost-like. So, Captain Turner, we were sent here to try to find you because we had been told that you had gone missing.
I'm sorry, I thought you were going to say more.
Dramatic pause.
Yes, that's true. We have been missing for a minute. Actually, we don't even know the amount of time that's passed.
Mm-hmm.
Who sent you to find us? Captain Victor Blood.
Yeah, I looked down. Yeah. Well, Captain Victor Blood did. He was concerned, and he actually wanted to make sure you were okay. But if you weren't, he was hoping to recover, a couple things from the ship, specifically a sword and a compass. But if you're able to join us back to him, then we would be happy to take you back to him.
You can have the sword and compass if you can ferry me and my crew out of this cursed island.
Well, we'd be happy to, but we did fall down a deep, dark hole and splashed in water below. Now, do you know which direction you came in? Or did you also fall down a deep, dark hole?
Yeah, how did you get stuck here? What happened?
It's hard to remember, but we were in the lower depths and trying to get away from all these sky squids and whales, and our ship got damaged, and we don't really know how we got here. I didn't even know this existed below the lower depths.
Well, it was a surprise to us too, but we had a very nice day at the beach.
There were sandcastles.
She looks at you kind of oddly.
And skinny dipping, but I would rather not relive those memories.
And then Snow shut out, "Woohoo, take it off!"
Yeah, we don't discuss steam junk around here.
All right. Victor in the chat thinks you guys should shoot Turner and her crew.
Wow.
And
is there any signs of like see-throughness, anything otherworldly with them?
You can't see through them. They seem to be solid. They seem to be solid to you.
You could gently circle the globe of light kind of around them and see if you can see through them.
Yeah, can I do that? Just circle around the light?
If the light is shining from the other side through their skull.
You can do that, yes, for sure. Sorry, you skip doing that. Like,
what are you, the Pope?
It's me controlling the light thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do that. Again, you don't see anything out of the ordinary when you do that.
Huh.
So Turner will say, my men know a way out of here, back to the surface. But first, join us for a meal. You must be hungry. Let's have a meal all together before we leave this place.
I've actually already eaten, so I'm not very hungry. What about you, Kale? And
yes.
just give a slight shake of my head so he knows that I'm suggesting that he's not hungry.
If I'd known, I wouldn't have ate ahead of time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, we had a really big meal on the beach.
She says, I insist, and then she walks out and heads back up to the top of the deck with her crew.
All right. We'll see you in just a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they head up to the upper deck.
Well, Lady Blackbird, I know that you're more familiar with magical things than I am. Can you tell me, do you have any suspicions about what might be going on? Because clearly we have a skeleton here that, in my mind, feels like it could be Ann Turner. But they also, she and her crew also seem to have some kind of physical form. But I'm just really confused right now.
Still will say to Lady, you'll get used to that. He gets confused a lot. And then the lady will say to you, Cyrus, it is quite perplexing. My magic skills do not lie in the spirit realm, so I really, unfortunately, do not have any idea. I've never encountered apparitions before. I don't really know what they would look like. Have you?
I've certainly heard tales of pirate ships and, living skeletons and things of that sort, but I've never truly encountered something like this. And I've never encountered anything like that in real life. I mean, it's just all wives' tales. But I'm not too keen on the idea of sitting down and having a meal with somebody that I suspect might be dead, lest we become dead ourselves and sharing a suspicious meal.
And then Snow will say, well, Cyrus, hey, you never know. If you take her to dinner, maybe you'll get a woman you can score with.
Oh. Who said that?
Snow said that.
Oh, can I give her a high five?
Yes. She'll enthusiastically high five you if you put your hand up, yes.
Yeah, I'm not really into necrophilia, Snow. I mean,
Necrophilia? What?
Necrophilia.
Yeah, Snargle's like, what's that?
Sleeping with the dead?
Well, what's wrong with sleeping next to a dead person?
Okay. So, well, all right. I really don't know. I mean, right now we aren't quite sure how to get out of here.
I say we go with them, but just don't eat their food. That's for sure.
Just don't eat their food?
And don't turn our backs on them.
Right.
You still got our sword, right?
Yeah, I still got the sword.
Well, it's got some kind of connection, maybe.
But we need that compass, right? But we also need to get out of here, so maybe we should wait and see if they can show us how to get out of here and just continue to notice anything suspicious.
I think so. It's either that or grab and dash.
So before we go up, I look around and I see if there seems to be like a captain's log or a journal around the desk.
Stargate. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, just in case there's, a captain that's just like, that wrote the crew is starving, everybody's dying like flies. I'm the last survivor.
Well, that's a good idea. We're still in there, right?
Descriptions of of the crew dying or something, or running out of provisions.
By the way, in the chat, Victor says we have learned too much about Snargle's sleeping habits. Yep, I think we have. You're right. And then the Croy says he likes to go to
the title of this episode is Snargle TMI.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
All right. Yeah, you do find the captain's journal. Okay.
I quickly scanned through it. What are the final entries? And how long ago were they?
Excuse me. So it's a little difficult to read, because of how old it seems to be. But the final entry is dated 19 years ago.
Okay.
And it it says something so it says basically more crew missing, something not quite right about this place. That's kind of the gist you can get from it.
All right. So I'm going to hold on to that journal in case we have more time to read it, or if I need to.
Was that the last entry?
Mm-hmm.
So.
By the way, Necrotes was saying the captain's log should have been in the arrest room area. That'd be funny if it was, but
Right. So I'm going to just ask everybody, let's just quickly look through everything in this room to see if we can find a compass or any idea of what's going on here.
I thought she had the compass.
Well,
she did.
She has a compass, but just in case that's an illusion compass, I want to make sure there's not the real compass in this room. All right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
You know?
Oh, yeah, so you guys search through the cabin, but you can't find a compass.
Well, is there any gold?
Is there anything I can steal?
Any treasure?
Yeah, there's some gold coins and stuff, sure.
Some valuables. All right. Well, we'll take that too.
Some drifts. Sorry, we call them drifts in this game, actually.
Yeah. Oh, we'll take the drifts. She doesn't need them. She's dead. So. The only thing about being let out of here by dead people is, are they going to lead us to our death?
Yeah, that could be what took out the other people.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
Maybe they're aberrations.
So Jeff, does it look like this ship is so damaged that it couldn't be flown or anything? I mean, are we seeing any, like, big breaches in the hull? Or is it just askew at an odd angle?
No, I mean, it definitely looks like it's beyond repair, or it would take years of parts you probably don't have, you know.
All right, that's fine. I just want to make sure that we weren't overlooking something very logical, like we could just go in and try to start the ship up and fly it out of here.
Right.
Although, I would like to know if looking around, if it seems like there's any kind of, like, smaller shuttle or something like that that's part of the ship. Like, you know, a lifeboat that would actually fly or something like that.
You haven't seen one, so, at least so far anyway.
I feel like all this time they would have used up any of those resources. If not, they were not very smart.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well,
yeah. One of our crew comes down and says, "The captain wants you on the deck right away. What are you doing down here?"
You know what? We just had a very long day, and we climbed aboard the ship, and we were just taking a brief rest. But yes, we will respectfully come up to see the captain. And what's your name?
Okay, folks, what's his name? You guys have a suggestion?
Jar.
Jar?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. It's like, my name's Jar.
All right, Jar. Keep your lid on. Yeah, sure. We'll come on.
You hear Jar like, yeah, that's what I need. Freaking corny jokes after stuck here all this time.
Well, actually, I am very, very sorry you guys have been stuck here, Jar, for that long. What's for dinner?
I don't know. Ask the chef.
All right. Well, we're not hungry anyway, but I was just curious. And we let him lead the way, and I whisper under my breath to my crew, everybody be ready just in case we're the ones for dinner. Unless they're planning on serving us for dinner. All right. Anyway.
So yeah, the others nod. You know, like they'll be on the lookout.
Okay.
All right. So you
Okay.
head up. You head above deck there, and you see this a really long rectangular wooden table is there with chairs all around it. It wasn't there when you guys first got on the ship.
Okay.
And there's some kind of like what do they call them? Collab? What's a fancy candle thing called?
Fancy camel thing? What is it?
Not camel. Candle. Like Lumiere.
Candelabra. Candelabra.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So there's some of
Hey,
those.
is Pudgy,
What?
Pudgy still with us?
Yeah, she's in Snow's backpack. But you're on deck now, just so you know. So well, yeah, I guess you can talk to her in your mind though if you want. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk to Pudgy. Be like, Pudgy, are you picking up any thoughts from these people?
She'll say, "Don't call me Pudgy, you jerk."
It's a thing we got. You know, I say Pudgy, you get mad. It's great. You love it, right?
No, I don't. I can't believe Snow's being nice to you.
I don't know. I don't call her Pudgy, so that might help. I don't know.
Oh, you better not. She would knock the shit out of you.
No, don't worry. She's definitely not Pudgy. So,
But no,
before I think
no,
of any wrong thoughts, can you go ahead and check on them?
I can't seem to. Well, first off, I don't read people's minds, but I can't seem to communicate with them.
Interesting. Okay. Thanks, Pudgy.
All right, sure thing, jerk face.
See, that's funny. It's good.
See, now all is right with the world. Nothing like insults. All right.
Oh, by the way, Victor says in the chat, roasted Cyrus with carrots is what's for dinner.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
So on Turner sitting on the head of the table on one end, crew's gathered around. There's what looks on the table is like basically cooked versions of large rats and spiders and some kind of sea serpent type things.
Ugh. Interesting.
And Jarl will say, "Ah, my favorite. Don't worry, you get used to it after the first few dozen times."
Well, it looks delicious, Captain Turner, but as I said, me and my crew, we couldn't eat another bite, but thank you for your generosity.
You're refusing my hospitality, Captain.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. And with that, I bring out the bottle of wine and uncork the bottle of wine, and I pour Captain Turner a bottle of wine, and I say, "Here, Captain, this is the best I've got. From me to you, a toast to you and your crew." And I pour her a glass of wine, and I say, "Drink up, Captain, drink up."
So she'll look at the glass and then say, "Do you normally steal from your hosts?"
Do I normally steal from my hosts? Not
Yes.
normally.
Oh, so just me. Isn't that nice? The money you took from my cabin?
Of course. And I just put it out on the table. I say, my apologies, Captain. here are your valuables, and as a matter of fact, let me double that. And I put like 100 more drifts on the table, and I say, my apologies as one pirate to another. Sometimes it's hard to resist.
But in the chat, Chris Halley says he had better food at Snargle's last bachelor party than the food that's laid out here.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Kale, are you putting the money back you took or no?
I don't know. Let's do a row.
I make a motion to Kale, suggesting that Kale put anything that he took from the cabin on the table.
I suppose my key of brotherhood overcomes my key of greed then. And I shall do so.
All right. Oh, well, at least you hit your key then.
Yeah, I hit one of my keys.
Has Cyrus hit a key?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a captain's order, so I feel like that's key of the commander.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And I guess earlier today, or earlier session, maybe with the Blackbird one, right? Where you're trying to like the sandcastle and take her for a walk.
So. Yeah, definitely. And probably Snargle has hit his key of being offensive.
Well, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that.
Letting it all hang out. Snargle! Put that away! Oh. And his key of daring. I mean, that's pretty daring, you know.
I guess so. Jeez.
I mean, something can happen to it when it's hanging out like that, you know? Bad things can happen. There's snakes.
I know. It's very true. Very true. That's probably why the anaconda attacked in the first place. Saw another anaconda and was like, hey, I'm just trying to mate.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh,
anyway,
geez.
So...
This episode.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so we... anyway, I put everything on the table, except I do not actually put the sword back on the table. And I'll see what she says to that.
Okay. She'll say, oh, that's very generous of you, Captain. But there's something else I need from you that's much more important than drifts.
Well, you can't have my soul or my life. So I've got both my hands on my pistols. And I say, we're willing to help you get back home, but we need to be alive by the time we get there.
And she says, we shall see. And at that, see how many people, or there's 6 of you total, right? So into Snargle, Naomi, Lady Blackbird, and Snow, 4 of her crew float into them and enter them. And then Snargle and Lady Blackbird seize your arms, Cyrus, and then Snow and Naomi seize you, Kale.
Oh.
Both my arms or just one of my arms?
One of them has your arms, the other has the other arm on the other side.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to resist. I'm going to try to break free.
Okay, Kale, what are you doing?
I guess so. Same thing. I have tricky, dirty fighting, escape, contortionist, maybe tumbler too. I don't know. Would that count?
I think, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I give you 5 as the base.
Okay.
So you're saying we actually saw like shadows of them enter the bodies of our crew?
You saw the actual crew, not shadows, them themselves.
They entered into their bodies, or they're grabbing them?
Nope, they entered into them. And then your friends grabbed you.
Gotcha. So right now, like, who's got who? Does Lady Blackbird, is she holding on to me, or?
Yeah, Lady Blackbird and Snargle have you, and then Snow and Naomi have Kale. Hey, okay, hey, Kale, man, that's pretty good. You got 2 women there. It's probably the first time you had that.
Maybe I don't want to escape so quickly.
And as I'll say right now, you're kind of just struggling around. Turner will walk up to you and kind of look at both of you and say, need to decide which one of you I will possess.
Okay, so what is around us? I'd like to see if there's something like within like a 12 or 15 foot range where I still have a very clear shot of Ann Turner. I assume that, you know, I can go up like slightly on a deck or something, but I want to be a little ways away from my crew and the others, so I'm isolated, but I still want to have a direct view of Ann Turner. Does that make sense?
Oh, well, so right now Turner's right in front of you.
Yeah.
The only way you can do anything is if somehow you break away from the grips of Blackbird and Snargle, who are holding you very tightly.
Okay, so
right now, like, think about like 2 guards holding a prisoner and trying to, restrain them.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have a special power where I can teleport, so I want to teleport
so
somewhere where I'm not, in the area of others where they can grab me, but where I can have both pistols and unleash them on Ann Turner.
I got you. I didn't know you were using the teleportation thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't want to be in a situation where I have to fight off my own crew. I don't want to shoot Snargle or Lady Blackbird, but I'm hoping to break her concentration.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You could teleport on top of the table. You could teleport above, like on, higher up on the ship.
Yeah. Like maybe there's like not fully up on the crow's nest, but maybe there's like a level just like above. And I can shoot down at her and on her, but I'm like away from other people. Does that make sense? Okay, great. So
in the chat, by the way, Victor says, Kale, it's the first time with 2 women without paying extra. Okay.
So I do that, and I go ahead and unleash my double pistols at Ann Turner and tell her.
So you do the secret warp blood, right? And teleport.
Yeah. And I tell her that she needs to release my people or she's dead. But I go ahead and unleash bullets on her anyway just to see what happens. All right? Fair enough?
Okay, sure.
Okay, cool. So I'll do warrior, battle-hardened shooting, 2-gun style, pistol, hail of lead, and then plus the other one. So that's 7 base. And
Kale, what are you rolling to try to break free?
Yeah, how hard is it?
Pretty hard.
Oh, really? Can I hold my action? I'm gonna wait and see what the captain does and follow his lead.
Sure.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 3. So I'm going to roll 10 dice. That's the max I can roll, right?
No, you can roll more than 10. You can never have more than 10 in your dice pool at a time.
Gotcha. I don't. So I'm going to roll 10. Let's see what happens. So 7 successes.
Oh, that's quite a bit. All right, so you shoot them both your pistols at Ann Turner?
Oh, yeah. Just filling her full of holes and demanding that she let my friends go.
All right, so you warped out of there, and her crew was really surprised, and then you popped up on top there and let loose all those bullets, and they go right through Turner. and she laughs, and then she strokes Lady Blackbird's face and says, "Oh well, if you're going to run away, maybe I'll just take control of the lady instead."
Oh no, she didn't.
Okay, what are you doing?
So, So I'm gonna. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I'm gonna try to do like my little password, like flashpoint, and the ball of light I have it like explode light in the area. See if that helps. See if they can blind the ghosts or not.
Okay, so you're doing your light magic?
Yeah, I think that might be more useful than just as soon as I get out, escape from them, then what I'm going to do. Let's try that instead. So that's a 3, I think, right? So what would I need?
Let's see here. Wait. Yeah, right. So you got 1, 2. Well, you have 4 as a base.
Oh, 4 as a base.
Because you get the one automatic. Because you took channeling, right? Or spellcaster,
yep.
One of those? You took,
I took spellcaster.
Okay.
Okay, so what would I need to make it happen? It's the burst.
I guess I would say probably at least a 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah. I'm probably going to treat this more about possibly more like levels of success.
Okay. Man, I don't want to blow all my dice though, but let's put at least 2 in there. Oh, it leaves me 3 left. I'll give it a shot and see what happens.
All right.
So I'll flashpoint right before I do it. For Cyrus.
All right, let's see how it goes.
3 successes. That's something.
That's not too bad. All right, so you're like trying to make a blinding light thing, right? Go off. Okay, so it doesn't seem to affect the ghost too much. However, it does affect your friends who are holding you, and they get blinded and let go.
Well, at least accomplish that. Might be the only thing they can hurt us with. I mean, we either got to run for it or we got to... Maybe that sword you got, Cyrus?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, too. Yeah, I holster my pistols and draw the sword that we found. And I point it at Turner and I say, "What is it you want, Turner?"
I think she wants us, but yeah.
She says, "Why, your bodies, of course. The only way we can leave this island is if we possess actual flesh and blood bodies."
Oh, really? Well, there are plenty of dolphins in the sea. What about dolphins?
Would you like to be a dolphin?
Not really.
Well, there's your answer.
But it's better than being dead down here for 19 years. You are aware that you're dead, right?
Not for long.
All right.
And then she starts walking up towards you.
Stab her.
So,
Stab her.
yeah, so I'm just going to do a leap off of where I am and bring down the sword directly on Ann Turner, and I say, "You let my friends go." And anyway, I'm just gonna go for it, slashing. So I'm going to go ahead and use my new skill, Secret of Experience, to add up as many things as I possibly can into this. So I'm going to say it's Warrior Battle Hardened, fencing sword, survivor, tough. What do you think about intimidate or endure?
Well, I'm not sure about those because I mean, it's more just like an attack against her, right?
It is, but I still feel like the tough would be fine.
The tough's fine, sure. Yeah, that one's fine.
Um,
I mean, you can take one of the other ones if you want. Maybe endure or something.
yeah, okay, so endure. So that's 7 plus 8. So that's a base of 8. And I'll go ahead and I'm just going to throw everything in.
Okay, in the chat, listeners made a
So-
suggesting call the Ghostbusters. I'm sure they could help here.
Right. Yeah. So I'm at 11, and I am going to go for decapitating her. Of course, this may or may not work at all, so I will find out. Terrible. All right, so here we go.
All right.
5. Not so great, but...
All right, so... And you said you were leaping off, right? And like coming down on her?
Yeah, leaping off and coming down on her.
All right. So you...
Yeah.
So you come flying down and you slash your sword right through her neck.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it goes right through as if she wasn't there.
All right.
And your motion actually kind of takes you through like kind of her shoulder, and your arm and shoulder that had touched hers, you feel like the coldest chill like you have ever experienced in your life.
Okay.
And your arm is actually almost like a little paralyzed, it seems like, for a minute, at least for a minute or two.
For a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
As you
The sword had no effect.
Yeah, so I mean, it didn't seem to harm her. However, as you went flying by, you did notice the same jade pendant hanging around her neck that you found. You guys found on the thing.
Okay. All right. So I yell out at Kale, grab for her pendant. Or destroy her pendant. I don't know. Just do something with the pendant.
Okay, so Kale, do you want to try to get the pendant on Ann Turner or the pendant that you gave Snow?
I mean, I'm going to guess that hers is ghostly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab the one I gave Snow. Be like, sorry, my Lady Snow, but I have to borrow this for a moment. And grab it.
Well, okay, well, if you're going to do that, you're definitely going to have to do a roll because remember, Snow is not Snow right now.
I'm going to say that after I grab it, so I don't cue her since she's blinded.
Well, except all this just happened, so she's not blinded right now, really so much.
Oh, she's not blinded from the flash I did just a moment ago?
Well, let me try to. I'm trying to play in my mind like the time frame of how this all just happened. You blinded her. They had a little conversation. She was walking up towards him. He jumped down and slashed her. I'll say she's still partially blinded, I guess. Like she's not fully recovered. I'm still gonna say you have to do some kind of roll. It won't be as difficult.
And that sucked up my dice, right? That I used. Was that considered a success when I used it, right?
Yes, because it did blind
Okay.
people.
So I only got 3. So I mean, I guess I'll try to steal it from her. I have sleight of hand, and let's see here. It's a tricky. Can I do it quick?
Yeah. This guy's. I think you're trying to do it quick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A sleight of hand.
1, 2, 3. So 4 is a base.
Guess 4 is a base. How hard is it going to be?
Let's say a 3.
3.
Because otherwise, I probably would have said it definitely was a 4 or 5 if she was at her normal status.
It's not really her. Not a trained.
That's interesting. That is true.
Yeah, it's a dead ghost guy.
So yeah, I don't know if she would be able to have her abilities necessarily.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. So
I mean, this dead guy's probably like, I'm in a hot girl's body.
Yeah.
Wow, this is awesome. I'm blind. Oh.
I mean, I only got 3 left, so I don't know.
Well, Kale, if you fail, I'm going to bark out an order. No, use your other hand, and you get 1 reroll on it. So
Yeah, he has a
it's my secret of leadership. So anyway, you've got 2 shots at it. So
Well, I have my reflex one too. I don't think I've used it yet.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Yeah, this would be, you could use your own secret.
Yeah. So I'll use my. I'll throw in 2, so I at least keep 1 for reserve, I guess.
I just go for it. Just get it and destroy it.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab it and destroy it then. Right? Can I destroy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm assuming it didn't protect Snow from possession, so. All right, so let's do that. Get and destroy it. Cool. Gonna roll 7.
Okay, go for it.
5 successes.
Oh wow, look at that.
Nice.
Okay, well, so describe
good.
exactly what you're doing then. What are your actions? How are you trying to destroy it? What exactly are you doing?
I snatch it away from her and swing around to the table or to the floor or whatever, and take the handle of my knife and smash it down on the floor.
Okay, so as you snatch it from Snow, and put it on the floor, Turner looks over at you and screams, "No!" And then you bring the handle down. You said, right?
Yep. So we could do slow-mo.
Yeah. No! And then the handle comes down, and you smash the pendant like a million pieces. And Turner was kind of like, I also imagine in slow motion, kind of trying to go towards you while you were doing that. And as you smash it, she and her crew disappear.
Does the compass fall down?
Yes, actually, right. And the compass actually fell from where she was.
Woo.
And then Snow and company and Lady Blackbird, everybody, they kind of stagger around and like, what just happened? What's going on?
I bring out a little flask of rum and encourage them all to take a drink, and I say, well, let me tell you, boy, do we have a story.
I pretty much saved the day,
Snow.
It's great.
The spine wheel of sea serpents, spiders, and gobbledygook. No, I'm joking. Let's go back downstairs to the dead captain's quarters, and I pick up the compass, and I say, we were really worried about you guys there for a moment, but yes, Kale is the hero of the moment for sure.
So Snow will say, "Oh, it's very impressive, Kale. Thank goodness you were here. Otherwise, we'd probably all be doomed."
Right.
And then she'll give you a kiss on the cheek.
Ah, thank you.
And then she'll say to Blackbird, "My lady, don't you think he deserves a kiss as well?" And then Lady Blackbird will also give you a kiss on the other cheek.
Ooh. Ooh la la.
And then I say, Kale, did you do this all by yourself, or I do my best to fight off everyone else too?
You did a great job slashing through the ghost, yes. Of course, we work together as a team.
And suggesting that you do what you did, correct?
Oh, yes.
So the lady will walk up to you, Cyrus, and says, I'm sure you were very brave, and she'll also kiss you on the cheek.
That wasn't necessary, my lady, but I will certainly accept that.
And then Snow will say, hey, what happened to the pendant you gave me?
Oh,
yeah, what happened to
like
it, Kale?
Unfortunately, that was the only way to stop your being possessed and evil ghosts. So I'll have to find you another piece of jewelry sometime, Snow. Something that's a little less evil, ghosty curse thing.
Well, I know you're great at stealing things, so I'm sure that won't be a problem for you.
Oh, that's for sure.
Nothing says love like stealing an expensive item for a lady.
And I'll snatch up all the money that was on the table.
No, I snatched up my money that I put on there.
It's too late. I already say it.
You can take your share.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, no. Kale said, right. Okay, wait. Do some rolls then.
All right, so we're both grabbing at it.
Oh, well, now I used up all my dice for one, so.
Right.
Well, I guess
So
you automatically you'll get one automatically, obviously. By the way, in the chat, Victor says Snow is so sweet on Kale. Seems like it, and he also says Kale did most of the work.
Wow.
Well, Cyrus created a nice distraction.
Gee whiz.
So tricky, quick, dirty fighting.
Okay, wait a minute.
Slide
wait,
of
all right, tell me what you're trying. Are you actually trying to kind of like elbow him or poke him in the eye or something like dirty?
I'm not poking him yet. I'm just like nudging him out of the way as I grab it.
Well, are you trying to do something dirty though?
I think stealing his money is dirty.
Is it dirty fighting? Is it some kind of dirty fighting move? I guess.
Oh, let's just do tricky, quick, sleight of hand, and like tumbler because I'm having to like tumble around to grab it or something real fast. Is that okay? Is that okay? Does that work?
Tricky, quick, sleight of hand. Sure, those are fine. Like, well, are you actually kind of trying to like tumble over the table and grab at it?
Yeah. It looks cool. Let's do that.
Oh boy. What do you have? Hang on. What do you have, Cyrus?
So I'll do smuggler. Well, that's the question. It's like, you know, because I could do warrior battle hardened, you know, and
Or you could try to intimidate him, I guess.
yeah, I could do like survivor, tough, creepy stare, intimidate.
All right, so that would give you 5, and then Kale, is that also 5 for you? 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'll throw in one of
I'll
my
give you both.
dice.
I'll give you both a base of 5, so I'll make it even.
And I'll throw
All
my
right,
last die
that's
in there.
fine.
Because I'm hoping we'll refresh before next time.
Right. I love how the last dice are being spent on trying to get who gets the gold.
Right.
I'll give. I mean, I'm going to give. You know, I'll give Cyrus back his specific 100 whatever drifts. I just want to get the rest.
Oh, let's see who grabs everything first.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll it.
Okay, here we go.
Oh well, I get reflex reroll. Okay, can I do that
Okay,
real
wait,
quick?
so you both got 1. Yeah. Do you want to re-roll it?
If it's gonna be better.
Well, right now it's a tie. But I mean, if you want to try to win outright, you can re-roll, or we can just.
Okay.
Either way.
Let's try.
Oh, 3. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So, Cyrus, you start scooping up the gold or the drifts on the table, but then Kale comes somersaulting through and kind of like hits you with his hip, and you like knocks you out away from the table, and then in a blink of the eye, he like has all the gold somehow like all scooped up, and he's like off the table already.
Okay. So, Kale, I think some of that is mine, unless you want it to come out of your pay.
So I'll activate my. Well, I activate my key agreed too, I guess. But key of fraternity too by going, "Don't worry, Captain. I wouldn't steal your money," and I'll fling him his 100 drift or whatever. And
All right.
And then I'll look over at Snow and go, and I think this will buy you a nice little trinket next time, or little piece of jewelry next time we get a chance, Snow. Or unless I steal it first and wink at her.
And I say, nothing says love like stolen goods.
And Snow will be like, "That's what I've always said," and she'll take the money from you. In the chat, by the way, hey, guess what? Sci-Fi Pulse marks Ian. We thought he was going to bed, but he's up. He says, "No, Marks, you can't reroll. Stop cheating." So, Ian, he actually is not cheating. That actually is one of his abilities his character has. He can do that once per session.
Oh, no, call it what it is. It's cheating.
Oh.
Well,
You get to
Cyrus can do
teleport.
it.
Yeah, you can teleport.
Well, he can also do the reroll. Oh, no, he can help somebody else reroll. That's right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can help somebody else reroll. I did have to reread that power to see if I could actually like force somebody to reroll. But no, it's just if they fail, I can help.
Oh, that'd be sneaky, actually, if you could. Like, try to get them to be worse.
It would be really sneaky if you wanted somebody to fail their roll, but that doesn't work that way.
So, out of what I just did is activate any of my keys by like fraternity or...
Well, the fraternity. Sure, the fraternity, yeah.
Okay. I will go ahead and snatch up that then.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like I probably hit my key of the commander when I told Kale to grab the Jade pendant and destroy it, and that's what he did.
The key of the command.
Key of the command.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I thought you said
Well,
kill
also
the
you
command.
can hit, I guess, Kale, your key. You have a burglary type one, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I can that too. Sweet. So I'm pretty close to getting another trait.
Nice. Yeah, but when they get 5 experience, folks, and he's only 1 away, they can pick up another like trait or some kind of secret or something ability that helps them out.
Right. Well, I think we need to get the hell out of here. I'm tired of being threatened with possession and having my good friends possessed, and I certainly don't want to eat this crappy dinner. So,
yeah, and then the lady will say, "I agree. We've been here way too long."
Yep.
Yeah.
We got the compass. So hey, compass and sword. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Figure out how to get out of here, of course.
Of course, we do need to figure out how to get out of here. So let's look around the ship, see if there are any indications of how to get out.
The lady will actually say, while one of those foul creatures possessed me, somehow I could kind of see their thoughts, and I seem to know the way out of here now.
Well, that's very helpful. So let's try to get out of here, or either that or we're being led to certain doom. So let's be ready. All right.
So she'll kind of point you guys to the other section of the cavern, not the way you guys had dropped in, but another way.
Okay. All right. So let's make our way there and see if we can feel any fresh breeze or anything that indicates the outside world.
Well, Snargle's farting, so you got breeze from that. I'm just kidding.
Oh, jeez. Snargle.
All right, yeah. As you make your way through, and you have to go through some of the water again. So just as you were starting to dry off, you got wet again. I just realized I was. Oh well, it's over with now. Your guns were waterlogged, but I'll let you shoot anyway. That's fine. It doesn't matter anymore now.
All right.
That's fine.
I was just shooting at a ghost anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It didn't really help anyway because it was a ghost.
No.
All right, yeah. So you start to feel a breeze as you make your way down there,
Good.
and then you you see above you, you see like a like a circular kind of opening, and you can see above you like the trees and stuff. So yeah, I mean you're gonna have to do something to try to get up there, but that does definitely look like the way back to the surface.
Well, I think Snargle could probably climb this wall with a rope, or Kale can try to throw a grappling hook up there if it looks like there's if there's a tree up there that he can snag.
No, let's let Snargle do it. I don't want to steal all the limelight. Let's have no dice.
By the way, Sci-Fi False in the chat says, does Marks earn extra points for puns per minute? Yeah, so folks, if you watch our DC Action Hour show, Marks does 1 million puns.
It's my superpower.
Yeah. I don't think there's really been too many puns today, and just very inappropriate, erotic type stuff.
A lot of flirting and good dice rolls. That's all.
Actually, I don't know if it's inappropriate. It's appropriate enough, I suppose.
Yeah.
We've been talking about steam junk.
Yeah.
Steam junk, yeah.
Right.
Naked goblins.
It's a new term.
That's the movie we're going to group up and do. Team up on.
Steam junk.
Steam junk.
Nice.
All right.
It could be a parody of the League of S.T.E.A.M.
No, let's not. No.
They make porn comedies of everything nowadays.
I guess that's true.
All right. So okay, here we go. Back to the game. So Snargle grabs the rope in his teeth, and he uses his claws on his feet and hands. Yeah, and he scrambles up the rocky part of the cavern.
Yep.
And then he makes it to the top, and then there's a few moments. He's probably doing something with a rope or something, and then he calls down, "All right, Captain, all set."
All right. Who wants to go first? I don't mind being the last one up.
The lady will kind of brush by you and say, "I'll go first. I can't wait to get out of here." And she'll start climbing.
Absolutely, my lady. And I like point at the other guys that they better not look, and then I take like a little glance up.
All right. She's not really wearing anything that you would get a look though at.
Oh.
Her panties. That's what you were trying to do.
Sure. Get a peek at her bloomers.
Yeah.
And
then
anyway.
Snow will punch you in the arm and be like, you should be more of a gentleman like Kale.
I just laugh.
Yeah, right? Disappointing, Cyrus. Disappointing, Captain.
I know where your porn collection is.
All right, so let's say you all climb up with a rope, without much difficulty, and you make it back into the jungle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're all soaking wet, but besides that, not really any the worse for wear.
All right, sounds good. I say let's get on the ship and get out of here.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so you guys hack a little bit way more through the jungle. You make your way back out to the beach, and then the owl's right where you left it.
Great. All right, Snargle, get us out of here. See if you can make your way back through to the other side.
As you walked by on the beach, so I guess I'll say your sandcastle's probably still there, right? Yeah, I'll say the tide hasn't come in yet. I guess enough to wash it away. I mean, because you left it there, right? You left it, or did you?
Yeah, I left it there. Yep.
Okay, and then so then as you pass it, the lady will say, "Oh, it's a very nice sandcastle."
Thank you, my lady. It's I guess you could say it's my dream castle.
You want to live in sand?
No, I would just like to live in a tropical paradise with the girl I love. That's all. I bring out the strawberries and the whipped cream and say, strawberries?
She'll say, not right now. I'm sure you'll meet that woman someday.
Maybe I
not sure
already
if I trust
have.
that.
You never know.
I'm not sure if I trust that whipped cream this heat, but that's just me.
I open the can of tuna and hand it to Kale.
As you do that, Pudding leaps out and snatches the tuna and starts eating it.
Okay, great.
See, Pudgy, we're so much alike. I would have totally done that if I was a cat. Except I'll think that.
Yeah, right. At that, she'll take up some of the tuna and she'll like toss it up into your face.
Oh, you're sharing. We're growing a bond here.
And it'll smack right into your face.
Nice.
All right, so back onto the ship.
Yeah, let's. I think it's time to get back on the ship and say goodbye to this place, unless we want to have more time at the beach. But it's kind of feeling like a cursed place at the moment.
Yeah, I think we need to get going.
All right, so you're gonna get going?
Sure,
Yeah.
we'll get going.
Because who knows how they got the way they are. I don't want to find out.
But before we leave, I'll grab up the two little figures that were in the sand castle. And I won't really say anything, but I'll just give one of the... I'll give the male figure to Bird, and I say, just for memories.
You gave it to Lady Blackbird?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Okay, she takes it, looks at it kind of oddly, kind of shrugs, and then... Oh, wait, are you outside still or in the ship?
I'm walking into the ship. I just handed it to her, as we were heading in.
Okay.
And said,
Okay, yeah, so she kind of looks at it, shrugs, and then tosses it aside, and it lands headfirst in the sand.
Okay, great. Anyway, so let's get on the ship and get out of here.
And as you enter, the lady will say, geez, this thing looks like it's falling apart. The ship, meaning.
Yeah, we take a look at it, and I say, Kale, can you check out everything? Make sure it's in good enough shape to get out of here.
Sure. Does that
Maybe
tuna
do your
refresh me
job
first?
instead of saving the day and cracking jokes all the time.
No, I'll just,
Well, that
I won't
doesn't-
make you roll. I'll just say, you look things over. Everything looks to be in functioning order to you.
Yep.
All
As
right.
functioning as ever, which means mostly functioning.
Think about your private bedroom stuff. So, Snargle, get us out of here as quickly as possible.
All right, he says, aye, aye, Captain.
And keep your pants on.
He's like,
Yes,
oh,
Forever.
oh, fine. Like, I usually like to fly naked, but all right.
All right. You're not allowed. Hey, let's
that-
get out of here.
All right, yep, so he lifts off, and you guys rocket out of there. And you're back, so you rise up and then back into the lower depths.
Yep. And and stay away from sky squid and sky whales.
Let's
Mark,
go as
what were you
fast as
doing
we
there?
can. Oh,
Why
it's
is
flying. It's flying up in the air.
Okay. That's excellent. Excellent pantomime.
You have to go to school for these things, folks.
Right.
Special miming school.
Right. Thank goodness you'll be with us at San Diego Comic-Con when we do our gaming, so people know what's happening.
I know, right?
You get to act out all the situations.
I'll make hand symbols of everything. It'll be great.
Yeah. Speaking of San Diego Comic-Con,
Please
folks,
do.
3 of us will be there. I guess, just over 2 weeks now, actually, until it starts. Actually, Comic-Con will officially be releasing their schedule starting this Thursday. Thursday through Sunday, they release each day of the schedule. So later this week, we can tell you the exact times and dates and panel, everything for the panels. We're doing a Super Geeked Up panel. We're going to have some geeky improv, fun, all that good stuff. We're doing a Dungeons & Dragons tabletop RPG panel. All 3 of us will be on that. And again, we'll let you know the exact times later this week. And we're also going to do some gaming sessions. We're going to do some Fate Accelerated, Fate Core. You might see us do that during our marathon gaming a little over a week ago. And so we're doing a lot of cool stuff there. We'll let you know all about that very soon. We'll post it on the website of supergeekedup.com. And then, so if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, please join us for some of that. We'd love to see you there, or just come by and say hi.
Absolutely. You can also stop by the Steampunk booth that I have there with the League of S.T.E.A.M. We're booth number 18, and we'll have lots of T-shirts and cool buttons and all kinds of different steampunk wares. And
also,
you can
all your steampunk porn there as well.
League of Steamy.
Probably not. But
League of Steamy, you said? That's a good name, right? That's the name of the parody.
Look that stuff up online, folks. I'm afraid it probably does exist. Anyway, but I didn't do any.
What was you broke up a little bit, though. What was the booth number?
Oh, it's 5618. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check them out. All right, cool, folks. We'll get back to your things now. Let's see here. All right. So, okay. Oh, hey, as you're traveling here, you want to do a refreshment scene so you can get your dice back?
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
So what's going on the ship while you're traveling?
So I grab a bottle of rum and I sit in the captain's chair and I just start throwing back a few drinks and say, really not a good day when you see your friends possessed by evil things.
By the way, in the chat, Necrotius wants to know, will you be selling goggles at the booth at Comic-Con?
You know what? There is a chance that we will. We have several members that make goggles, and
cool. All right.
I'll find out. Maybe we can put that in the comments and let you guys know.
Get goggles for your eyes and for down there, as Kale likes to say too.
No, we do not make goggles for your junk.
All right. So so did you say you're in the captain's chair, or is that where you were?
Yeah, I'm in the captain's chair.
All right. And you drink you have what are you, rum or something? Is that what you're drinking?
Yeah, I'm drinking rum.
All right. So
and I'm just acting all war torn and just go ahead.
The lady will walk up because you had said it's something about terrible, right? When you see your friends possessed.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, yes, it was quite horrid. And then she'll grab the bottle from you and start drinking straight from the bottle of rum.
Okay, great.
She was deeply affected by it, obviously.
And I give a toast to her, and I say, I was really concerned that maybe I had lost you there, and that was not a good feeling. It wasn't a good feeling to have any of my crew potentially lost. And I look around and I toast and I say, To all my friends, may we never break up.
And then, all right. So, I mean, the rest. Kale, do you kind of toast to that as well? You like put your glass up?
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. So everybody will kind of put their glass up and cheer it. And then
Right.
Snow will give a toast saying, "And let's all get laid tonight."
Here, here.
I give her like a wry smile, and
And Snargle starts to take his clothes off at hearing that.
oh god!
Oh.
And I say, "Put your pants back on, Snargle."
It's like, oh, what? We're not all doing it right now.
What? Why? I never. Not with a goblin, at least.
You must be racist like that cat.
What? Have you been messing with the cat?
No, that cat hates goblins.
So, never mind. I can't say it.
Well, I'm gonna go.
So I whisper under my breath, and I say, "Snargle, I've got to talk to you about pussy sometimes. It's not that kind of pussy."
While they're doing that, I'm gonna come up to Snow with a couple, some drinks, like a big old bottle or whatever. Like, so well, Cyrus and Snargle have a little foreplay. Why don't we go back and have a little privacy?
You're saying that to Snow and Lady Blackbird?
No, Snow.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna move on to no.
I'm just like, what?
All right, so Snow will take the bottle and says, "I thought you never asked," and yep, she heads back.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Are you going to like your cabin or the one she's got here on the ship, or what?
Is she? Well, it's up to her. I don't care. He doesn't care.
All right, she'll head back to your cabin, I guess.
All right, cool. That could be a refreshment scene.
You're like, okay. You're like, all right, cool. And then Lady Blackbird will see them go and say, that's a good idea. It's been too long. And then she'll grab you, Cyrus, and yank you into your quarters.
Whoa. All right.
And that's where we'll end it tonight, folks.
Okay.
This episode went.
So we'll end it.
And I'll go along with it, but I'm going to say that I get to refresh up to 8 dice instead of 7. I'm just kidding.
Well, maybe it's only 6 because you didn't perform very well.
Oh, right.
No, everybody can go back to 7 though.
No, I refreshed twice, if you know what I mean.
Get out of here. Jesus Christ. Now I'm sorry I let Snow.
14 points. I mean, what are you talking about? Jeez.
Wow. All right.
So yes, we'll leave it like that. That the 2 ladies, 2 gentlemen went to the cabins. I'm not going to say what exactly is happening yet. We'll have to find out maybe next week. See, we don't know if they're actually
tea party. We're having a tea party.
Maybe maybe Kale just wanted to play some cards or something.
Probably.
Or
he got out his box of Monopoly. He's like, this is a first edition of Monopoly. Invented.
Right. Or he wants to talk about the engines and mechanical stuff.
Right.
In the chat, Victor says that goblin hates cats, and he also says poor Snargle needs a love interest. Oh, well, maybe Snargle and Naomi could get it on.
I thought Snargle was the one that liked the cat in the first place. I hated the cat. He just changed his mind after all that.
Snargle did like the cat, but then remember, he started to think, unless maybe you're the one who kept saying that the cat was racist against goblins.
The ghost, yeah. What we thought was a ghost, yeah.
Oh, that's right. So you don't actually think the cat is. You just thought the ghost was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess you're right. Snargle maybe doesn't mind the cat too much. Even you seem to be coming around. Lister's mate in the chat says, I hear Marvin Gaye singing, "Let's Get It On" right now.
Fair enough.
Fade to black. Till next time.
Yeah. It's the most erotic episode we've ever done, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. They're all just a bunch of dudes here. But
we need a warning on the synopsis of this episode.
yeah. Well, at least there was plenty of lady characters.
Maybe you shouldn't post this episode, and this should just be like, it just says like adult content, and it's blank.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
It'll say hashtag Steampunk. Yeah.
It's the infamous missing episode. I'm just kidding.
Too racy for YouTube.
Right.
Right.
All right.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Victor says if Snargle tried to get Naomi, that would lead to a dead Snargle, but what a way to go. I think you're right. I think she would throw him right. She would probably throw him right out of the ship if he tried that.
There you go.
All right, that is going to do it for us tonight, folks. Thank you guys very much for watching as always. We're going to be off for the next 3 weeks. We've got a lot of Comic-Con stuff to prepare for us. Trip's going to be away at some cool festivals and stuff. And then we got Comic-Con. So we're going to take a little bit of time off just to make sure to prepare for that and have fun there. And then we'll be back after that, and Steve will be back for D&D stuff as well at that point. So for the next 3 weeks, sorry, no D&D or Lady Blackbird. However, I've got a great suggestion for you. If you didn't see any of all the Roll20 games, please go check them out. All of them are really fun. They're quite very zany and fun in their own different ways. Like you like video game characters all intermixing, or aliens taking over a post-apocalyptic world, but they have to do a battle of the bands for some reason.
Right.
Or in superhero fun we did as well. Lots of cool stuff. And and some sci-fi stuff too, some Star Trek-y type stuff.
Yeah.
And the prequel Lady Blackbird that we referenced. If you haven't checked that out, that'll give you some nice backstory about Pudding the cat and more about Snow and Kale and Snargle and how they all got hooked up in the first place. Yep. Cool. All right, so watch that. Or, of course, please watch any of the other stuff. Super Geeked Up episodes, Super Knocked Up. You can check that on Amazon now. There's a link right on the homepage, or, of course, on YouTube. Please subscribe to us if you haven't yet on YouTube. And Super Geeked Up does return July 26th. That's not too far away. It's actually the Wednesday after Comic-Con. So we're going to debut our new episode there. We have a lot of cool stunt women from cool shows like Flash and Supergirl and Planet of the Apes, the new War for Planet of the Apes, all that Kill Bill coming on. So that'll be a real fun episode. And so check that out. It'll be Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to same time and day as always for our new season. And all right, supergeekedup.com is where you can do that. Check out at Super Geeked Up. I've been doing a super geeky question of the day the last couple of days. I want to try to keep doing that, so you can participate in that fun chat. And let me go to these other guys though, where you can check out their stuff. I'll tell you where you can find their porn later, but where you can find their other stuff.
Wow. Okay.
let's go to Trip.
Arc. Just kidding. So I have a fun steampunk web series called the League of S.T.E.A.M. A lot of you guys know that. If you just check us out at leagueofsteam.com or on YouTube at League of S.T.E.A.M, the channel, you can see 29 cool episodes up there. As Jeff kind of mentioned, I am going to a really cool film festival this coming week. I'm going to be in Korea. World premiere of a really fun sci-fi short film. Any of you that are Doug Jones fans out there, he's starring in it. You can look him up, but he's basically one of those favorite creature actors, but he's actually an amazing actor without the makeup on too. But he's been in the Hellboy movies as Abe Sapien and the Pan creature, the Fawn, and Pan's Labyrinth, and lots of other big movies. And he's going to be coming out in the new Star Trek series, Star Trek Discovery, as a main character. But anyway, it's him, and it's got some other amazing people involved. But if you want to check out information as it's being released, you can look up The Boogies on Facebook, and we're starting announcements on Wednesday, and you can keep up with that short film. But it'll be playing around the world. I think we're going to have a run, but it won't actually be available publicly online for about a year, because honestly, we're going to make the most of our festival run. So anyway, that's it.
All right, sweet, awesome, congrats.
Thanks.
I will also be appearing in the Star Trek Discovery series as an ensign who gets killed the first episode. Just kidding. I'm not.
That would be amazing.
That actually would be really awesome, to be honest with you.
It would be.
I'm gonna imagine that The Boogies is like 70s musical short film against alien invasion. So I'm imagining until I see it in a year.
Interesting. That would definitely be a different take, but
Trip's like, yeah, that's not what we did.
it's not.
All right, so Marks, what stuff can they check out of you?
They can find me online at markspile.com. My podcast, GenreTainment, that I co-host, and different writing projects I do. And also on Twitter, you can find me over at Mr. Marks. And
All right, awesome.
And of course, if you're at San Diego Comic-Con, come say hi to us, and that'd be cool.
Yes, please, folks. Out of the 130,000 people there, please come find us. But like, we'll post the schedule, so it'll be easy for you to find us where we're going to be, because we got multiple stuff going on. Or you can find us in Hall H. Marks and I, at least some of the time, probably as well. Although that's not going to be easy either.
Supernatural.
Like, oh yeah, you're really excited about that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, folks. Comic-Con has released at least one thing so far. Their all the TV panel schedules they have released. Hollywood Reporter has that. You can find other places. So if you want to check that out with all the big panels that are going on in Hall H and Ballroom 20 for the TV stuff. And then, like I said, on later this week, I can post about our panels when they release the schedule for all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, Hall H has Stranger Things, Westworld, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, Supernatural.
And it's going to have, I'm going to tell you right now, even though they haven't announced it, they're going to have they're definitely going to, Warner Brothers always does like a 2-hour thing for all their movies coming out. A lot, not every year, but a lot of times Marvel does something there. I wonder if, so 2 years ago, Star Wars did their Force Awakens thing in Hall H. I'm wondering if they're going to do, it makes sense, I would think, if they do an Episode 8 thing this year at Comic-Con.
I think so.
December. Wait, is it December?
But I don't know.
Or is it,
sure.
Yeah, it's December, right? It's coming out?
Yeah, December.
Yeah. So anyway, basically every big thing you can imagine is going to be there. There's plenty of also all the cool smaller stuff like, we're doing. Obviously, we're not Warner Brothers, but we think we do some cool stuff. So please come support that. Actually, to be honest with you, people and there's tons of other independent people doing panels too. So please go support them as well. And you don't have to wait in line all night long to get into those panels.
Yeah, that's a plus.
You don't have to sleep outside.
Right.
And you get prizes, man. Seriously, I can guarantee you at all the panels we do, we're going to have some awesome prizes we're giving away. These include Loot Crate boxes, like a 1 month Loot Crate. We got a bunch of those to give away. We're going to have Evil Hat Productions is going to give us some, I don't know if it's going to be, they're the ones who make Fate. They're definitely going to give us some cool stuff, probably some Fate stuff, either books or stuff they can use online, digital stuff to give away.
Cool.
Yeah, Mark's probably going to give, right? Maybe your series and your book and stuff, right? You might bring.
Yeah, DVD of the series and Reality on Demand and my book. So
cool. I'll have some comics with
cool.
me, my own comics, like Super Knocked Up and another one I worked on, Darby Pop stuff. So anyway, tons of stuff. Right. Please come. Get a good chance to win a prize. All right, that's it, I guess. All right, cool.
We'll get free hugs.
Oh, sure, we're good for hugs.
So can I, by the way, in the chat, Victor and Chris are saying, safe travels, guys. See you in a few weeks. Have fun. So thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Listeners Mate says, Doug Jones played opposite of Trip in the movie Innocent Blood on Amazon Prime. Is that true?
That is very true. Yeah, it's a feature film. It showed in about 20 different festivals and has really good ratings on IMDb. It was a smaller independent film with about an 80% Asian cast. But yeah, you can check it out on Amazon Prime. It's a feature crime drama thriller.
What was it called again?
And thanks for watching, Anthony. It's called Innocent Blood. Innocent Blood, but it's not the vampire movie from the 90s. It's like Innocent Blood 2013 was the release date.
Okay, gotcha.
And it has C.S. Lee from Dexter,
cool.
Justin Chon from like Green Dragons and 21 and Over. It's actually got a lot of pretty well-known movie and TV actors in it. So
awesome.
It's a good story.
Anthony says that's Trip's best role ever. He really enjoyed doing it.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. Yeah, Doug and I were detective partners in the movie.
Oh, sweet.
It was really fun. Yeah.
Listeners Mate also says, I wish I could come to Comic-Con to see you. And Chris Hadley says, free hugs. Yes.
Aww.
By the way, can I... One of my things about, like, if I ever, like, one criteria... Like, I'll know, like, I've made it if I'm doing a panel and somebody in the crowd asks me for a hug at Comic-Con. Because, like, you do that. I don't know. Well, if you go to like Comic-Cons, you'll see people ask like the big stars if they can get a hug sometimes.
Yeah. Right.
And most of the time they'll tell you like, "Hey, stop asking that." But sometimes I'll do it. So like, if anybody actually ever asks me, like, I will be so thrilled. I will run down from the fucking stage and hug that person so big, like, because I would just be like, "Oh my god, thank you for asking me that."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So don't be afraid, folks. You can always ask us for hugs. All right, that'll do it for tonight. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for watching live or in post, and for everybody who's chatting away with us. We'll see you in a few weeks. Maybe we'll see some of you at Comic-Con, and we'll give you all the report back after Comic-Con, how it went, and some stuff, and maybe we'll do some videos or some cool stuff. We'll see. Well, I always take tons of pictures, so I'll be sharing those for sure. I take lots of cosplay pics because there's some really awesome stuff people do there.
Oh, yeah.
And and please check out some of the other stuff we told you about while you're waiting for this to come back. All right. Cool. That is it. Thank you very much, everybody. Keep having fun adventuring. We'll see you soon. Bye.